Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay. Wow, I can literally multitask. I am so down for this. Okay. So here we are, guys. I tell you right now, I am just cranking out these stories. Um, I really don't know how I'm doing it. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like if I get all these stories right now, then I can just take a hiatus. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just pushing out so much information that the guy upstairs will say, "Rest, son. You did good. You did good." And I definitely wanted to do this one. Um, we have this conversation. I've heard this many times, many times. And if you're coming on in, like the video, share the video, or dislike the video. It's up to you, but share it, please, if you can. This is actually a big one that I always hear so much about, um, and it's quite staggering because a lot of this is red pill rage gone wrong. This is red pill rage gone wrong. We always hear this from these. I've heard this from men that will say that, hey, sooner or later the women they're going to come running and they're going to need you. They're going to fall on their knees and stuff. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for coming on through. And I want to show y'all we're not in the 1950s. We're not in the day where you got to throw your coat down on that dang puddle. You know what I'm saying? Protection is definitely changed. I know everybody want to talk about the man in the suit. Everybody want to talk about the Pan-African dude, all this stuff. I don't care to talk about that stuff. That stuff is subjective circus to me. I want to talk about stuff that matters. And like I said, I'm talking about things that y'all need to be up and aware about. These are things that y'all need to definitely be aware about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't let this. Don't let the narrative of when them people telling you about the protection that people need you. What's going on, Auntie? When I'm hearing all this stuff about what are you gonna do when the men don't come? Listen, I told you, that stuff is stupid. It is dumb. It's like we don't have these helpless damsels in distress anymore. Yeah, you got some women, they don't mind that stuff. They lazy. They lazy. They don't mind it. But other than that, I mean, shoot, any and everybody's replaceable nowadays for depending on the job. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you whenever I hear this stuff about alpha this and the masculinity and all that shit and beta and all that stuff. I'll tell you, every time I hear some stuff from different talking points, I'm gonna keep on destroying them. I'm gonna keep on breaking them down. All these doggone talking points I keep hearing on YouTube from different people. I'm telling y'all, don't let me hear. Do not let BMT hear it, because I swear on everything, I'm just gonna show y'all reality. I'm gonna show you reality, and I'm gonna show y'all what really is happening. Because you're hearing people talking from their little corner of fictional land, and they're not being very genuine. And I'm gonna show you what the dominant society thinks about your talking point. I'm gonna show you how people actually in the world see you. So when people have these little notions of all these talking points, that ain't true. Like, I'm not sure people knew this. This is why I said uh, in 2020, the end of 2019 throughout 2020, the biggest buyers in firearms were women. But not just any woman, it was a specific group of women that were buying firearms. See, everybody thinks that the rabbit it ain't going to try to bite back at some point. You know, we got this grandeur of a talking point, but listen, bro, I'm telling you right now, it ain't gonna be easy. So that's why I said when I hear these talking points, you know what I'm saying? Hey, be prepared. But like I said, you going to brothers, y'all listen, bro. I don't want to see y'all be getting gunned down and y'all listening to all these talking points on YouTube about pill logic and all this other stuff and going your ways and stuff. And I mean, y'all can go do whatever you want. I don't care. Same thing for the women, divesting and all that stuff. But honestly, it's just fictitious. It's a fictitious showcase. That's what it is. It's a fictitious showcase. It's a narrative. It's a dream. And I'm going to show you what people be saying about y'all. Okay? Because, I mean, whoever's saying they're going to check these women, who? How? But I'm done talking. BMT, I don't need to talk anymore. All I need to just keep on doing is whenever people say certain stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and just show you in real life because I don't live on YouTube. I live in real life. I live with actually people actually do stuff. Oh no, that's against the wrong one. There we go. I'm one down. There we go. There we go. So we're going to look at what the Redpill Talking Point about women or baby mamas or baby mama need protection. And I'm going to show y'all how's that starting to play out, B. I'm going to start showing y'all this talking point. You know what I'm saying? But many men can't defend that baby mama because there is a bullseye on most men's back. Too many females have had. Hang on, let me read that for you, bro. Let me read that for you. I got you. Let me ostracize. I got you. Here's the BMT. Not to interrupt the topic, but many men can't defend the baby mama because there's a bullseye on most men's back. Too many females have lied on good men that any attempt at chivalry is gone. Now it's now you say that. Now you say that, right? You say that too many. Now that's crazy. Now hold on. Now hold on. Let me do this for you. I got you, bro. I told y'all. I'm in a different world than y'all. I'm in a whole different world. I need for y'all to get outside of social media. I need y'all to leave from this place. Let me show y'all something. You said too many women have lied on the good men, right? Right? Too many women. So let me just grab this. Let me grab this. So let me help you. I got you, bro. I got you. Let me help you with that. What's going on? Let's see. What's going on, Doug? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Like I said, y'all saying that there's too many, right? So literally, you know, I have other occupational things I like to entertain and get into. But it was interesting because last night I was at an event where a bunch of these women, that's a man. That's a short dude. He's literally talking to a bunch of women that are screaming and yelling and pretty much just getting turned on by him just talking to them about doggone sex and kitty cat and all kind of stuff. I mean, it was wild. I was like, what? I thought these black women hate all these men. Hold up now. These women are out there. I like I said, I do a full camera view. Those are all women. All women sitting around that brother. And like I said, he's short, very short. And all those are women. Yep, Nixon was there. Then came out from him. I said, well, maybe it was a fluke. Then a fat, bald dude came out and he started shooting his shot. And it was like shoot your shot poetry. And this dude started talking to the women too. And he sounded country as hell. And the women were like talking about they wanted to rub his head and stuff and rub his belly and stuff. I said, what is going on? So I got to ask y'all, what type of women are y'all dealing with? I don't know. See, I told y'all, maybe I need to grab y'all brothers and take y'all to places I go. So maybe y'all can have a better chance at a better way of life. I need to get some of y'all off of this YouTube stuff. I told y'all, I live in the real world. I don't know these problems. I mean, I hear them, but all of those are baddies. I mean, the hell with y'all, with these people so online. All these girls were nice and thick up and doggone sitting there, toes done up, nails done up, hair, all that stuff. Shit. Look at it. All them women sitting around staring at a black man. What? Maybe they were lost. Maybe they were lost. I don't know. But they ain't had that. They ain't had no vitriol. It wasn't no white man they were staring at. They were staring at a black man. They were eye-gawking over what he had to say. Two black men. Actually, it was quite a few black men that went up there. But all those women did was just sing and doggone clap and applaud for those men. I could take y'all to a few places where all they do is just grab on you and like to doggone just be around you. See, that's what I said. I gotta get some of y'all away from this YouTube stuff, bro. If I could just get some of y'all and take some of y'all to my world or where I go, y'all might be saved. But for right now, that's not the lesson for today. That's not the lesson for today. The lesson for today is about this red pill shit. You know what I'm saying? This red pill shit. Because a lot of y'all say y'all woke. But, you know, there's different stuff going on. So today, just yesterday, an intruder killed after kicking in the door, charging an occupant with a knife. So what we have is we're going to watch a video of a dude. Like I said, I'm trying to help some of y'all. Because I want y'all to be able to, respectfully, you know, this is how the world, you know what I'm saying, is taking this kind of thing. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play this out. Let me go ahead and get it ready for y'all. I'm saying, don't mind me, y'all. I'm in my bed. I sit in my bed. I make money straight from my bed these days. Sometimes I like to go out on adventures. Y'all know me late at night. I was out there getting it. But we're gonna go ahead and play what happened. All right, we're gonna do y'all solid. Oh, let's go ahead and get this going.
Caught on camera, a new video tonight of a man as he breaks into someone's home in Hampton County, Florida. This was just minutes
and it's on camera too.
Inside, shot and killed him.
That ain't no ghetto. That's not the ghetto.
The woman who pulled the trigger is not being charged. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office is investigating this as a stand your ground case. The sheriff says the woman was protecting herself and her family. Take a look at this video from the front porch. You can see the man kicking the front door.
No, brother. No, brother. Please go home.
Then the 54-year-old man.
A 54-year-old man. You 54 years old, dressed like that, acting a fool. Lord have mercy.
The sheriff said once inside, he armed himself with a knife.
He grabbed a knife inside the house.
Said she was in fear for her life and shot the man in the head. He died on scene.
This is in Florida.
Injunction filed on him, and the sheriff says when this all happened, the man was on his way to an anger management class.
Jesus.
Reporting in Pensacola, Cody Long, WKRG News 5.
So let's go ahead and look at that, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and talk about that. So here we have it right now, y'all. Let's go ahead and look at this. Right? We got it where a 54-year-old man having a rage fit over his baby mama. He probably said some words, said something. And this man, granted, having all these issues, he gonna go to the baby mama house, and start kicking in the door. Now, I'm telling you, bro, like, this be some of the people in these spaces, bro. These people in these spaces, man. Was this somebody's subscriber? This dude right here, you know what I'm saying? We make money, we do all this stuff. Now, first of all, I want y'all to understand, we always talk about these baby mamas. First of all, let's look at the environment. They don't live in that's not a bad area. I noticed the yard is done. They have vehicles. That's a pretty nice porch. You know what I'm saying? They got vehicles in the front. See, everybody, you can tell there's a child. That's a child, but that's a toddler's toy right there. See what I'm saying? You got to look at the context of stuff. 2 vehicles. You got a child. You got a basketball goal. So that must mean there must be a teenager there or another kid. But you got a 54-year-old man. I don't know why y'all men, y'all be past y'all goddamn 40s and up. This is that goofy stuff y'all be saying, that dumb shit that we can still have children even as older men and stuff. Boy, sit your goddamn ass the fuck down when y'all be saying that dumb shit about having kids like past goddamn 40. This is why y'all be losing y'all fucking mind. But I be here for all this conversation. I be listening to y'all. Y'all sound goofy. I could be, a man should have a child at 45, and what I'm saying, that's when he can fully, like, shut the fuck up. You sound crazy as hell. I get shit happens, but damn. You'll be hitting 60 by the time. Listen, bro. Listen, no. I rebuke that spirit. No. We got these narratives that make it seem like all black people live in poverty. We poor. We destitute and shit. First of all, these ain't no poor people. These people have money. These people are most likely middle class. These people are middle class people. That's a nice yard. That's a nice yard. That's a nice front yard. You could tell that it's upkeep. I see that's that good rocks that you get from goddamn Home Depot. That's the good shit. Tell you, one bag of them goddamn gravel, that shit cost you goddamn $5. That looked like they had to lay down at least about $50 or $60 worth of that. But this man mind you, already had a citation, already had stuff on him. And this man's supposed to be going to anger man. This is why I tell y'all, get y'all asses off this YouTube shit, and y'all need to go to therapy. Y'all need to go to therapy. A lot of y'all dudes, stop coming on this goddamn YouTube shit with this goddamn, I got this problem, I've been woke, I'm taking these pills and shit. Well, the women, man, y'all shut the fuck up with that dumb shit. I done told y'all these women are going out there, they know, they taking notes on what the fuck to do. Everybody ain't coming out here to throw no hands and shit. The gun is the great equalizer. You can be as big as you want. You can think you bad as you want. You can have that attitude saying you a big mandingo. That shit don't mean a goddamn thing to a 9mm or 45 or a 22. All I got to do is put a few rounds in your ass laying down. We all see that now in the world, bro. The white man get it. The Asian man get it. The black woman get it. Everybody is starting to understand, bro. Shoot the black man. I'll be trying to tell y'all, bro, we got to go about this a different way. Y'all may not like what I be saying, y'all, and I don't give a fuck. I really don't anymore. I really stopped giving a fuck. But I understand y'all want me to talk. Y'all want to be treated like men. I'm going to start talking to y'all how a man will talk to another man. And if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. But these women are now getting guns, and they ain't having no problem popping your ass. And in the eyes of the goddamn world, they're going to see, well, just another goddamn crazy black nigga. They ain't going to, nobody's going to second guess it. This man was going to anger management, and whatever she said or whatever conversation that they had, whatever they said about, well, maybe she was keeping the kids away from him. Bruh, there's a reason. Listen, bro, if you're going to anger management, I'm sorry, y'all. If you got to go to any kind of therapy after a split up or divorce or child family court, you have to go. Don't be jumping on no fucking social media. Don't be running your business off to these random dudes and drools and goddamn closet dwellers. You need to go to therapy and reassert and reaffirm your life. Stop getting on this shit, bro. Well, the women, stop, bro. They got programs that they got to go to also, man. But y'all got to understand, man, that in the eyes of everything, let me show you what people were saying about this dude. Let me show y'all what people were saying about this man. There's already over 1 million people were watching this video. 36K likes. 614 thumbs down. And literally, let me just show you the comments, what they be saying about this type of stuff right here, bro. Because everybody think that somehow you're going to check these type of behavior. You ain't going to check shit. You know, that's Reg. Reg is going live right now. So, but I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do. The takeaway is obviously schedule the anger management classes first thing in the morning and set the tone for the rest of the day. Somebody talked about that. Boom. Thank God she and her children are safe. She managed his anger way better than the class. Wow, that's fucked up. In other words, putting him down was the better way to manage him. That's fucked up. You see how they talk about that shit? I don't like this. Ain't me writing this shit. That literally got 353 goddamn thumbs up. Goddamn, somebody was. He brought that on himself. I'm sure if she didn't have the gun, we'd probably be hearing about him murdering his entire family, then probably himself if the police didn't arrest him. Now, mind you, this just happened not too long ago from one of Coach Greg Adams. There was another black man that shot his ex-wife, his stepdaughter, and the boyfriend. I'm telling you right now, people are learning how to deal with these issues very rapidly, bro. John Henry Clark said, what friend does the black man have? The black man has no friend. See, right now, I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be your guide and mentor and tell you, y'all might want to get y'all shit together. The man was on his way to anger management class. Me, more like he was on his way to meet his own body bag. He solved all his anger problems without class. Wow. Teaching your kids how to address their emotions can be crucial in life. Hate to sound so callous because the dude is no longer with us, but I thought I had to laugh when he said, "You want to play? Let's play." He certainly asked for it. Listen, y'all, I'm trying to let y'all know right now, bro. Listen, in the comments get more and more savage about this black man getting his ass blasted, bro. This red pill race shit, listen, man, these women are going out more and more and buying firearms, bro. These women are going out more and more to go buy more firearms, bro. And y'all gonna be seeing more and more of your people dead on the concrete. Y'all ain't gotta worry about what I gotta say. But these black women ain't gonna be afraid. What's going on? What's going on, Bomb? Y'all think that these baby mamas and these goddamn ex-wives are starting to be scared of y'all red pill dudes. Listen, bro, they watching y'all. And you know what they do? Oh, we better go lock and load. Go get a strap, sis. Go get a gun, sis. You have it where more black women go to the gun range than the men. Y'all go to the goddamn panels. The women are going to the gun range, but they understand one thing. If you won't get the help you need, then goddamn it, you think you're going to put your hands on me? See, that's why these motherfuckers like talking about this goddamn back in the day, 1940, 1950 shit. Listen, these women ain't playing this shit no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing this shit no more. I know y'all think BMT, you caping. No, I'm trying to save a brother's life today, bro. But y'all think y'all gonna go on there. See, he thought he was gonna go in there with that knife and bully that woman. See, that woman was ready for his ass this time. You may get your first hit on him. You may get your second hit on him. But god damn it, after a while, it's either that if that boy ain't gonna come and remember to fuck you up, that damn mama, she gonna go get herself a strap. That's why when y'all be saying that, oh, what these women gonna do when the men stop protecting them? Well, motherfuckers, go spend $400 if that. Hell, you can go spend $100. Go get a high point pistol and put a bullet in you. It don't take much to drop somebody these days. And nobody's gonna question when they shoot your ass up, black man. Ain't nobody gonna question when they shoot your ass. You listen, these women ain't gonna keep on taking this abuse. Y'all can talk that shit on social media. That's why I said a bunch of these goddamn dudes, y'all need to go get help. Y'all need to go get help, bro. Y'all done seen what the dominant society is thinking about y'all. That's a 54-year-old man that had no problem going into his kid and going in front of his children to go stab his. Who know he probably would have stabbed the kids. And I know y'all gonna be like, well, damn, BMT. It seems like you don't give a fuck. Thank you, China. Thank you for the blessing, there. Y'all gonna be like, well, damn, BMT, you don't give a damn about the black man. I do give a damn about y'all. I've been telling y'all black asses to go to therapy, get yourself together, go get yourself a job, go reassert yourself, go do some chi, go talk to your children, go, you know what I'm saying, write out some letters of shit, but get the fuck on with your life, man. Listen, bro, whatever you think you have over that woman, you don't got that power like you think you got unless you got yourself together. That man he couldn't even control his own anger. That man didn't give a damn about his family. He was trying to kick in the door to scare that woman and them children. He did not care. And I'm trying to tell y'all right now, these women are buying shotguns. They buy handguns. They out there. These women are out there right now, and they practicing on how to shoot. And I'm telling you right now, they're getting better and better. I told you, I swear to you on everything. I done watched. Listen, y'all think I'm playing with y'all? Y'all be wondering why these black women talking to these white men. Oh, y'all thought they always talking to them about goddamn sexual hypergamy. No. They learning how to shoot, baby. Daddy and uncle and a few other men, they're teaching these women how to shoot. And if they don't know how to shoot from a man, they're going to just keep practicing and practicing. All they need is a well-placed shot. That's all they need is one well-placed shot in your fucking gut. The rest will do his work. And y'all don't have to like what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck. I don't. I quit giving zero fucks long time ago. I can't hang with the weak anymore. Listen, I never did. It churned my stomach. I never seen people so exuberated, so happy about the suffering of women and children, bro. Yup, you right about that. Listen, bro, I can show you. If I showed y'all my Facebook, listen, bro, you got women showing off ARs, submachine guns and shit. When they were saying, I don't need a man, what the fuck y'all think they were talking about? Well, what you gonna do when you need your grass cut? Or call Julio, or I'll cut my own goddamn grass. Listen, bro, y'all think, see, that's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all need to get out of that mindset to think that y'all can put the fear of God in these women like that, bro. I'm trying to say, well, if it was the right man, she wouldn't have done anything. And see, when y'all be saying that there ain't no type of, listen, bro, listen, again, every night, I see men and women caked up together. Every night. See, let me show y'all what BMT does. You know, I ain't gonna show y'all everything I do, but incriminate myself. But every night, I see a bunch. Look at all these women, all those women. Look at, that's one man. That's a man talking. Now that's not always the same man, but different men be going up there spitting linguist talking to women, and a bunch of women just staring at a bunch of these men, and literally they're just having some. Now shout out to the women that was singing. Oh yes, Lord, they can sing. You know what I'm saying? I love those women when they're singing. But the brothers would just listen. Let me. Do y'all want to hear what this man was talking about? This man was talking some freaky shit, talking about how he can damn speak goddamn the Holy Ghost into a goddamn woman's vagina. I ain't never heard some shit like that before. But that shit, I'm gonna use that line. But they had a bunch of women just ooh ah ooh 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 ah ooh ooh ah, and like I'm just, so when y'all say that black women hate black men, I be like, where y'all be at, bro? Who y'all be dealing with? That woman, that room is full with a bunch of women. They ain't throwing no bottles at him. The dude's only about 5'3", 5'4". He probably about the same height as Obsidian. So whenever y'all have that short man talking point that women only like the tall guy, that's a fucking lie. That's a short dude. He about the same size as the goddamn mic. And the women right there, they sitting there, oh, y'all say, oh yeah, the women, you know, ain't no man love these women with these hair, hat, and weave. The fuck you talking about, bro? That's why I said I don't know who are y'all dudes, man. I don't be around y'all, bro. Ain't no real man ever be sweating no woman about no fucking hair. The fuck? All the men I know, we don't ever be talking about no goddamn hair extensions. All this red pill shit, it's foreign to me. That's why I said y'all a bunch of closet dwellers and shit. Y'all bunch of y'all don't be where I be. Y'all can't come in the night sky. Shout out to my brother Nixon. He saw what was going on, popping on out there. I saw older brothers out there. I saw young brothers out there. I saw brothers coming out there looking fresh as shit. Man, everybody was out there vibing, eating and drinking and doggone rubbing up and smelling good and shit. I was like, God damn, thank you. Oh, Lord. Thank you, the Nubian gods. I was having too much fun. I go out there. Listen, bro, I live my best life, bro. But see, let me get back to what the fuck I was talking about. I swear, boy, I had to put this on the goddamn Patreon if I play everything that I see every night, boy. My channel will be shut down a long time ago. But back to what I was saying, boy. I can't tell y'all. I had to put that on China's show, on the Lion's Den, with stuff that I deal with. But see, let me get back up here. But I'm about to open up my panel. This man right here is a 54-year-old man with kids. Now, first of all, for whatever reason why you choose to be that old and still be making babies, that's your penis decisions. I wouldn't be doing it. But see, again, you wanted to play games. This man right here he said he came there to say, you want to play games? You want to fuck around? And I heard men on my panel before saying that, well, wait till the world go to shit. We're gonna put the women in their place. Bro, y'all are not doing that. Y'all are not doing that. Y'all can't even put your own goddamn mama in their place. How the fuck you gonna put a woman in their place? I told y'all must think that woman suffrage shit is still going on, where the women are having to lay on their back and doggone die for you or some shit. Those days are done, bro. I told y'all, bro, you better go get yourself a woman that's about that life with you, or whatever. Go find some goddamn remedial chick. Now let me play this shit for y'all. Let me go hit this.
Caught on camera, a new video tonight of a man as he breaks into someone's home.
I tell you, and this ain't no ghetto. This ain't no ghetto. Look.
Inside, shot and killed him. Cody Long tells us why the woman who pulled the trigger is not being charged. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office is investigating this as a stand your ground case.
Yep.
The sheriff says the woman was protecting herself and her family. Take a look at this video from the front porch. You can see the man kicking the front.
That man trying to break that woman's property. This is why I'm all for guns, y'all. I'm all for guns. Y'all know me. I love a good gun. Yep. 54-year-old.
After a few tries, he gets in. The sheriff said once inside, he armed himself with a knife and threatened to harm his children's mother. A woman in a bedroom said she was in fear for her.
So there were two women in there.
Shot the man in the head. He died on scene. The man had an active domestic violence injunction filed on him, and the sheriff says when this all happened, the man was on his way to an anger management class. Reporting in Pensacola, Cody Long.
And that's in Pensacola, Florida. I live right down the street from Pensacola, Florida. So I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. Ain't nobody running. These women ain't. See, y'all people are laughing. Well, they should have. What did the man do? What did the woman do? She should have gave the man the stimulus check. Y'all remember them talking points? Y'all remember them talking points? The child support, all the other shit. Y'all. I told y'all. Y'all think these women ain't learning, bro? They learning. They not afraid to pull out that strap now. Well, some of them already been not afraid, but they ain't gonna have no problem blasting y'all ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem. Listen, bro, I don't have no problem with what the woman did. I know some of y'all gonna say, BMT, you sell out. Fuck y'all. But why would any man want to do that kind of egregious shit in front of his child, or just do that, man? Like what? See, that's what I'm saying. Like when you gotta ask yourself, what man in his right mind will co-sign that of a woman of the mother of a child being slaughtered in front of her children like that? What man? What kind of man would I be? That's why I don't care to be. That's why I don't care when y'all say y'all don't fuck with me. Good. I'm glad. Like, let's make sure we get that across. I don't fuck with y'all. I'm good by myself, baby. All that for child support. If you was on child support, listen, bro. And see, when I be hearing these stories about people talking about, well, child support is the reason why these men have to divest. No, motherfucker. We know why we know why y'all be saying that shit. Y'all want to go to places where y'all can beat up and do all that fuck shit and ain't nobody can report your ass. Because he definitely, listen, that's an abuser. That was an abuser. That was an abuser. I knew my road dog was coming. I knew my road dog was coming.
Oh, you know he's an abuser.
That was an abuser right there.
That's probably why she got the gun in the first place, honestly. It was probably because of his ass. She probably knew that at some point it was gonna come to that.
He won't come back.
That's the thing. That's not no first time type situation. Nope. So a lot of times when people say like, oh, well, why didn't she leave? This is why women don't leave right away. This is why, because they try to come back and kill you anyway. That's why women don't leave. Mm-hmm. You know. See,
now, hold on, now, Jay. Now, see, because I know a lot of people feel. I know people feel. I know they already getting mad and they're paying these people watching from the clouds and shit. Y'all can dislike the video. I give zero fucks. I still get. The monetization will still come in. Y'all can say y'all hate Jay, fuck BMT. Y'all, we really don't give a fuck no more. We on our zero fucks giving shit these days. Now, Jay, the way he
Yes.
was at, why did they always make it seem like all baby mamas and all women are living in the ghettos or in poverty or some damn slayed out goddamn alleyway or some shit? Why? But that woman looked like she was living in a nice area.
I mean, well, I was saying to Doug, sometimes it's hard to read Doug if he's joking or serious or what. But like he said, it looks like a renovated PJ or whatever, and I'm like, actually, most places in Florida actually look like that. So
Yeah, that's actually most of
that's
Florida.
actually normal.
That's actually
Like
pretty much that's
that's just
normal
like
Florida.
even like for the apartment buildings, like when people say, "Oh, you live in a gated community," I'm like, everything is gated in Florida. Like like
Yeah.
every community is gated. Like it's like all the same. So I mean. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Again, I think it's because a lot of the, and I know I've said this yesterday. I think a lot of the talking points, and I'm not gonna be here long because I gotta go work out. But a lot of the talking points
Get your sweat on.
are, yeah, a lot of the talking points in these spaces are like focused on the lowest common denominator
Now,
when that's not the average person. And I do want to say this. I don't. This is the shit. And you're right. And I know you said it earlier about dudes like, oh yeah, well men can have kids up until a certain amount of time. Listen, I don't know what person wants to be paying child support when they 60.
not me. Listen, y'all. Listen, bro. I only got a few more. I got 2 or 3 more years left in me, and I get snipped. Two, probably less than that. 2 years
Cause I'm
left in me.
sitting here like
I'm
my
getting
daughter
snipped,
is
y'all.
about to be in high school. If I know I told you that, she's about to be in high school in September. So that's
You know what
four
I'm
more
saying?
years. If she decided to go to college, okay, that's 8 more years. By 50 at the latest, and that's assuming she goes to college for 4 years. Like, come on now, we done.
Now, now, the thing about it is, see, let me hit on y'all. Let me hit on y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Listen, y'all. I'm teaching my daughters how to shoot, y'all. I want y'all to understand that I'm teaching my babies how to shoot. Y'all already seen the video. Jay done seen them. I'm teaching my babies how to shoot. And I'm talking about shoot you right in your goddamn penis. So
Yeah.
that way you can bleed the fuck out. If you
Oh
make it,
yeah. My Bay
everybody gonna
wants me
know
to
what
get
the
a
fuck
gun
you were.
because he's not here all the time, so he wants me to get a gun. I the only reason I haven't got one yet is because of my own anxiety, but I know I should.
Now, hold on, Jay. You saying that your man is telling you to get a gun?
Yep.
Now, here's the thing about it. Listen. I am a strong component for women to have to know how to shoot.
Well,
I
I know
believe
how to shoot.
everyone.
I've been to the gun range quite a
Right.
few
No,
times.
but you know what I'm saying. But see, for me, I am in a firm component that any woman I deal with, you got to shoot, baby. You got to shoot. I think that's one of the sexiest things I can see is a woman pulling the goddamn trigger, boy. I need to know you got my 6, my 9, my 3, my 145. I need to know.
Now you're
I need to know.
145.
I need to know you got all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things where, like, this is why I hate to talk, but y'all gotta understand, man. Like, a woman walking in the parking lot of Walmart, Target, or even in the goddamn, there could be some light out. They can be attacked.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen some of these messages, and some of y'all are like, "Damn, BMT, are you trying to be a Derek Jackson or a Cake for women?" And I say, you know what? I had to start. Sometimes I have to start
You
telling
have
them.
daughters. Like I think your mindset changes. Your mindset changes when you have daughters. You have to think of terms of how would you feel if that was your daughter. Like when you're older, how would you feel if that was your daughter getting attacked?
But see, now that, you know what the thing about that is also is I'm also starting to wonder why are some of these men getting mad that the women are learning how to shoot? Why? Why? See, now you gotta ask yourself a question. See, ladies, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Let me tell you a secret that BMT daddy will tell anybody. You never tell that man where you store your gun at. You never tell that man where you store your gun at. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, you only know where one of my guns is stored at, girl. That's that one. That's that one.
Can you put
So
up the last comment, Zio?
I got you. I got you. Got you. You only know one gun in the store that you know. Okay, nigga. Listen. I moved the guns around in this house like a bad boy.
She about to call your ass out.
You ain't gonna never know all the fucking guns stored at. All right, nigga. Go ahead and find them. I bet you. All right, wait till you go to work, nigga. Glove compartment, nigga.
In that middle console underneath the seat.
Nigga, you only know about 14 places. I got 28 more places.
Right.
He said 28 more places. You know
I got 28 more places. When you go to sleep, I'm still making new spots.
Just like how I got that one that you couldn't find yourself.
Huh? How'd you find that gun?
Right.
Oh, so you got guns hidden too? It's a game. It's okay. That's a fun game for me.
This is like some Mr. and Mrs. Smith type shit.
That's a fun game. Listen. I don't get mad. I see this. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I don't get mad because she knows where she hit some guns at in this house. I know I got some guns at in this house. So we just two goddamn spies in this goddamn house, boy. I be trying to tell people be careful when you sit in this house now. You might be sitting on something. Listen.
Be like, what is this poking me in the ass? Oh,
exactly. Listen, now sometimes when I feel something that's proud of me, I just know to just move slightly. Like I said, like don't sit there. Oh no, mama, don't sit there. Don't sit there. Granny, come on over here. Come on over here. You too close to that. What's that? Don't touch that. Trust and believe. She got her stuff. When she got her stuff, just in case if I get too drunk and out of control, and I got my stuff, and she want to act the fool, and she go on her rampage. We got our things, but then I always keep my fuck you account ready when shit goes bad. So we understand that. Now, the thing about it is, and shout out to Zio. Let me read what the sister said. In their eyes, women can't do good on their own, especially single mothers. It's sad. Shout out to Zio for that. And the thing about it is, and I mean, like I said, I'm watching a lot of.
And there's a reason I wanted you to highlight that, and because I wanted to tell her this, is that a couple months ago, there was somebody that sat on this panel and assumed that I either lived in the projects or was splitting the rent with somebody or some other nefarious BS. And it was like, no, I'm like, I paid all the bills up in this camp. But it's like, for some reason, because I guess of my talking point, I had to be, and it's like, no, that be y'all. That be the men that be living up under the woman. 9 times out of 10, the woman got her own shit. And then it's probably another conversation when, because mothers kick their daughters out before they kick their sons out, but that's another conversation
that
day.
Goes with that mommy thing.
Right. Like, so women tend to have to explore the world on their own without no help. And I'm not saying my mother kicked me out. I'm just saying in general, like, women have to explore the world on their own before they let their sons.
See, the thing about it is, and see the thing about it, and I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Shout out to everyone who's coming on through. Like I said, y'all can come on up and have a conversation, men and women. I know some people have different choices of opinion on how y'all feel about that. But see, this is why I told y'all about that red pill rage shit, bro. Like, listen, we always hear the talking point that, why didn't she just leave? Why didn't she leave? Why didn't she leave? Why didn't she leave? You know what I'm saying? See, after a while, now you're gonna start getting it with that daughter. Or that auntie or that sister. See, the other women watch that of the hills that the other women climb through. They remember, and they, what they tell themselves? I ain't gonna go through what Mama went through.
Right.
I'm gonna try to break that cycle. What's going on, Mo? I'm gonna try to break that. I'm not gonna let them put their hands on me. And so you start to deal with a different, more upgraded version of what that woman would be. See, you start dealing with a brother like Jermaine who teaches and remembers with doggone the last dude either did to his sister, his girlfriend. You see, there are brothers out there that are showing these women how to fight back. And if they can't find a man to show them, they're gonna damn sure buy the ammunition that they need and say, well, I may not be able to hit you with the first or 2 shot. But I can promise you, with this buckshot, and you come in that hallway, I'm gonna get your ass. You can't dodge no buckshot in a hallway. I'm sorry, bro. This ain't the Matrix. I have yet met a bulletproof Negro. I have yet met him. The only one I saw was Luke Cage. I found that was so iconic. That was his power, was getting shot up with buckshots in his ass. So that was his one power. But these sisters now, with all this stuff that we hear on social media, and I'm joined here by my good brother Rob. Understand this, y'all. I don't want, listen, there seems to be a sickness going on that I never could understand. Why would men in some of these spaces get shrill enjoyment? Shrills.
Because they're abusers themselves, Joe. That's what I keep telling you.
Right. Now, hang on, baby girl. Why would y'all get enjoyment out of women getting beat, shot, stabbed, dying? Why would y'all get like that? When I'm hearing that, I start to freak out. Like at first, I tried to ignore it. At first, I mean, I'm sure even Brother Rob and a few other brothers, we started looking at it like, hold up, bro. Why were you laughing at that? When y'all was starting to say, let them die in the street, or, they're going to come back crawling and needing us and shit. See, those women, they started talking behind closed doors. See, y'all don't understand. Y'all thought grandma was just sitting at the dish sink and just telling the girls how to shell peas. But see, I'm trying to put y'all on game. See, I was a baby. Now my mind clicked back. See, y'all thought grandma would just tell them how to shell peas, how to just cut up stuff. And see, what grandma was starting to tell them, you see, they noticed that, mama, when granddaddy came home, he put his hands on you. So you know what grandma started doing? See, this is why they had the women's suffrage movement.
And I don't know why these dudes think that grandma was submitting to grandpa, because I have some not necessarily my family. I mean, it could have been, but I was very sheltered. But I know folks who whose grandmothers, like for example, I know someone said their grandmother shot their granddaddy in the ass because he was out cheating. So that's what I'm saying. Chicks wasn't just laying down and taking it back then either.
But see, the thing about it is, see, listen, this is what I'm saying. My issue is this: the confusion of sadist abuse that goes on. You have some vitriol against whatever thing in your life, and you taking it out on somebody who didn't do you no wrong. And listen, bro. Like I said, I punched the fuck out of a man 2 days ago in the parking lot because he grabbed his woman's child when she was 2 months pregnant by the throat and jacked her up on the car and said, "Bitch, don't you ever cut me off when I talk to you." And it just came out of me, brother. It just came out of me like goddamn.
Hanging out in Walmart parking lots again, huh?
And like he had no shame choking her. And I said, if you don't mind choking her in front of other people, I can only imagine what your ass will do behind closed doors to that girl. Mind you, she got your child in you. And you said all she did was just interrupt you. So you put your hands around her neck and jacked her up on that goddamn Tahoe, bro. My hand, I done boop boop. And he curled up like a bitch. See, I told y'all, bro. I don't have no problem putting my hands on people when you don't mind putting your hands on the weak that can't defend themselves. But see, that's a story for someone else. See, I told y'all, I can't tell y'all.
You know what's funny? I'm
Hey.
sorry. I was just gonna say real quick. What's funny is the funny you said about the neck, because sometimes Bay does that to me, like playing around. And I told him in public, and I said, "Yo, I know you're playing. You know you're playing." I said, "Don't do that shit. Don't do
that around me. Don't do that around me. Don't do that around me, Jay. You might have to let him know. Like, listen, stop.
Because he for real be playing.
Stop. You gotta let him know. Stop.
Yeah.
Listen. When we get around Joe, don't do that around him now. Like, I know you playing, but in Joe's mind, that jerk, that goddamn that Turner reflex, I don't control it sometimes. Because I'll apologize and get him a pig feet or get him a goddamn bottle of gin. But I'm like, yo, bro, you shouldn't have done that, bro. I love you, but you should have done that.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to point out where the riff came, right? So when Black YouTube, we first started getting familiar with these guys. The Manosphere, we first started getting familiar with them. The first riff was when that young lady was in McDonald's and dude attacked her. And if you remember, we was on Gab channel
I remember that video. You talking
Yeah,
the one
we
where the
was,
coworkers came out and was like, "Why you talking to her?" or "Why you bothering her?"
yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that. Yeah.
exactly. So we was on Gab channel, and we was having a conversation about it, and they was talking about, well, the manual say, we, man, fuck a man. We was like, man, is you serious, bro? Bringing up a manual for McDonald's right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, bro, I know you didn't just bring up follow the manual. Are you crazy, man? And then if you remember, the white man hit the girl that walked up on him, and so that's when the rift first started coming. That's when this is what BMT is talking about. When we was like, wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Like, yeah, we all for black male empowerment, but wait a minute. Are you saying that black women shouldn't get no protection because of their attitude? Is that what you saying? And that's where the rift started. And so, just to let y'all know how long we've been against this narrative from the beginning. From the beginning. At first, they was talking about black male empowerment, right? And then the next thing you know, they was talking about black women should get their ass whooped because of their attitude. And that is where we drew the line. Hell no, we ain't going. We against y'all. Y'all a bunch of girls. Man, sitting here, y'all hate women. It's something wrong with you niggas. That's literally where it started, bro. I remember it like yesterday. And I was pointed out on Tash channel the other day. Bro, that's where it started. I'm still against it. You know what I'm saying? Sisters, you better believe there's some brothers out here that ain't like that. They just ain't on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. And so all these new dudes with all these new narratives and following behind cheerleaders and all that, man, we ain't never been with it. Never. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't want the sweeping generalization to encompass people like my good brother BMT and other guys that got content against this stuff. To be honest, right? And this is the other point I was going, and I'm gonna shut up, right? When we start talking about guns, right? Please understand, you must go get some training, and training don't fix everything, right? Because it gonna come a moment when you gonna have to use it. You see? And that is when the rubber meet the road. Most people think because they didn't went to the range and they got all these licenses and stuff that somehow that is gonna protect you. It will not. What will protect you is having deep in your mind what needs to happen in this moment. And if you don't do what is required, hey, pulling out a gun just made things a lot more let's say uh I mean, man, the consequences when you got a gun in play, right? There is no going back. There is no, I didn't mean to do that. Man, we talking about 5 pounds of pressure. 5 pounds of pressure can change your whole life. So take it from somebody that know a little bit about guns and playing with guns. I don't brag about it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, BMT, no, but for the listening audience, I'm from the south side of Chicago. I know a little bit about guns, and I mean, when it's time to use them, man, all you got to do is freeze a little bit. All you got to do is think about it. You think about it one time, man, it's over, you know? So, it ain't no going back once you didn't enter the gun in the conversation. People be talking all this tough Tony stuff. Please understand 5 pounds of pressure. That is nothing. That is what you use to flick a lighter. It is nothing. And literally, once you took somebody's life, there is no going back. There is no, I didn't mean to do it. That's man. And for lack of better words, that's dead. You know what I'm saying? So, think real hard. I ain't saying don't get the training. I ain't saying don't own a gun. But what I am saying is that might not be the solution. It might be we want to raise stronger men. So we gotta teach them when they're young. You see, that might be the solution. You know what I'm saying? A more long range solution. Create a society where we don't have to use guns. as the first resort, But that's all I want to say. Sometimes we talk about guns and people think this is, Call of Duty. Nigga, no. This ain't Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no reset button, got you know what I'm saying? Like, man, so you better think real hard what you gonna do with that 5 pounds of pressure.
I agree. I agree with that. Rob, you know, you know, my attention, because I know a lot of people, they're saying that, BNT, are you, do you want black men? Yes, I got your message on Facebook. Do you want black men to be shot? Do you laugh at us being dead? I said, bro, I don't want. Listen, we've been having this conversation. I don't want y'all dead, but I don't want y'all going and listen. Where's that same energy for that man who was kicking in that door? You know what I'm saying? That man could have got in his car and left.
Hey Joe,
Ooh,
I'm a
yeah.
slide off. But I just wanted to say that. Yeah, this dude been crazy. That's all. In the conclusion,
Oh, you
this dude
breaking
been
up there?
crazy. I said I'm a slide off. Can you hear me?
I
I
can
don't
hear
know.
you. I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm a. Can you
Hey,
hear me
but
now?
you not from Chicago, are you?
Nah, no. I'm from the
Oh, all right.
Northeast.
You said, "Hey, Joe, I'm gonna slide off." I'm like, damn. I thought you was from the
No,
crib. That's all.
I'm from the Northeast, but I've been in Florida
Y'all hear
for
me?
like 5 years. So it's like a little bit of north with mixed in with a little bit of south at this point.
Tenfold, tenfold.
All
I
right,
guess
Joe.
y'all can
I'm
still
on.
hear me, right? Y'all can still hear me, right?
Oh, I can still hear you.
Yeah, I
All
can
right.
hear you, BMT.
Okay.
I can
All
hear
right.
you.
All right. It'll still work out. So, like I said, the main thing again, and I told y'all when I'm showing y'all that video that we at this threshold now. Ain't nobody gonna question no black man getting shot. Now y'all gonna keep listen. Uh, I can't worry about the white man on one front, as some people say, but then I'm also worried about what some of these people in my community gonna do to my people. See, that's a problem. I'm not gonna overlook that. I can't. You don't be telling me about everything else going on out there in the woes of the world, but then I got people in my own that are doing harm to my people, and then I'm supposed to say, well, you want me to work with you and fight with you, but you doggone you doing that? You bragging about that? No, not so. We can't do that, man. Now we seem to see that this is happening. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all saying, well, the women that they're gonna need protection. Well, shit, what protection? I told y'all these y'all gonna need to leave that pill shit alone. Because in the eyes of the world now, I told you, I showed y'all those comments. Those comments, they were making fun of that man dead, and y'all can't say the white man did this one. This woman, listen, these women ain't gonna have no problem these days now on
Nah,
2020. They ain't getting no problem pulling that trigger on you.
what's up, BMT?
What's up? They're
Yeah.
not, go ahead.
No, I just quickly want to add, what's up, bro, Rob? What's up, brother? Speak. Um,
Hey,
nah,
what's up, man?
what's up? Nah, during the pandemic, actually, ownership of guns amongst Black people has actually gone up a lot. I saw a report on that the other day, and it went up a lot under the Trump administration. So this could only be the beginning of what you see. Um, of what this woman did. Now, I do agree. I believe it was Bro Rob who said, um, he would like us to see, a society where we don't have to, I guess, resort to, I guess, guns. Essentially, I can definitely agree with that, especially in our domestic relations. I think there is a bigger problem in the sense of, hey, this dude who has had a baby by you, can get to the point where he is going to, physically harm you, even kill you. The fact that you have to do that, it speaks of a deeper problem. People carrying guns is kind of an immediate response, but it doesn't solve really the long term problem, which is, I think Brother Rob said, was you got to raise better men.
Right, right, and yes, and that's so true, Zio. That's the big hill I don't take lightly. Is taking a life,
Yeah,
especially having to take the life of the father of your children in front of your kids.
exactly.
That's why I say I agree with the brothers. Like, understand it. You listen, whether it was right or wrong. Some people ain't mentally built. They're not mentally built to do that, and so I
A
agree.
lot of people aren't BMT. I
Yeah,
mean, you
excuse me.
deal
Yeah,
with it.
you're right about that.
You deal with it with even with vets who deal with that type of issue of,
Right.
that type of regret of, having to go through that. So I mean, that's the thing. I think Brother Rob said this is not Call of Duty out here. Those are real bullets, and those people are not going to revive, and you gotta live with that. And you don't also know who retribution could be coming from, other people around them. Who's to say that this dude doesn't have crazy family members that might do something crazy in response?
You know what I'm saying? That's going to be very interesting. See,
What's up? What's up?
what's going on, Mike? And I got brother Speak up here. But like I said, y'all, I remembered. I remember when I was doing the show about that man, and Mike was there. I believe Renaissance. I'm not sure if Renaissance was there for that one. Where there was a brother talking about how a man came in the house for a stimulus check, and he slaughtered everybody.
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
that was in like It was somewhere, Indiana, Chicago, or something.
That was in Indiana, and there were black men in the chat clapping. Remember that, Mike? Clapping, saying she should have listened and obeyed. I told y'all.
Yeah, that culture is crazy.
And
Man, BMT, this is what happens when people are not rooted in reality and they can put all this online persona and you don't have to have anything rooted in history. Because now dudes go to the extreme of they think just that you had like, if you flip the switch back to 1960, you're going to all of a sudden have these submissive women.
like it's listen, y'all, and I got to give it to what Mike said, and me and him talked about it. Cause and effect. Cause
Mm-hmm.
and effect. With them, y'all start seeing these causes of I get tired and tired and tired and tired and tired of you beating on me.
Yep.
They start understanding that restraining order ain't keeping Earl from putting his hands on me.
Mm-hmm.
So then you get this effect where the sister says, I'm not playing with your ass. And then we'll say, well, why did she take it that far? I told y'all that, listen, I let y'all know ain't nobody gonna weep and woe the worries of a dead black man. Y'all be thinking I be playing around with y'all, but see, it gonna be something today when y'all start seeing more of your own start to drop you. It's already bad enough when they chalk your ass on the street corner, but now they gonna start saying probable cause when these women start blowing your ass away. And again,
Now, it's sad to say, BMT, because you got men in this space who are celebrating black male death. And like you said, so you even got some of the black men who, in a wrongful way too. So it just seems like the group of people who are genuinely, like you said, gonna grieve over a black man dying is getting smaller and smaller.
now let me show y'all since some of y'all, I'm just being honest. For all of y'all who I got nothing wrong with the SYSBM and the other nation of y'all swirling and living your best life. Let me show you what Becky and Karen be saying about y'all. Thank God she and her children are safe. Yup. Let me go on. Daisy. He brought that on himself. Let me see another one. Shamar, the man was on his way to anger management. Me. More like he was on his way for his own body bag. I want you to understand. This is what the other I told y'all. Y'all need to see what the other society, 4 hours, 3 hours, what they all saying. This is over a 1.4 million views.
Dang.
This is over 1.4
Almost
million
1.5
views.
million.
And this is not even a full on day old. And this is what
only 600 thumbs down.
Wait, BMT. I haven't seen the video. I was gonna quickly ask you, like, is it just going off of word? Like, did he like do you see like him being aggressive, or is this literally her word?
No, this is the whole foot on footage. This is the whole beam footage. Listen, this is y'all think. See, y'all don't think. First of all, Mike, remember when I was trying to tell people, y'all better stop saying black people we live poor in poverty, or we all ghetto and stuff. I said y'all better stop saying that. Y'all stop that narrative that we are poor. Stop that narrative that we are in some destitute third world country. That's you see all the stuff, the basketball goal, all the stuff. I've been pointing all that stuff. Y'all think that stuff is cheap to put that stuff in your front lawn?
Hey, you know what? We are poor in a few areas though.
We
spiritually poor.
Okay.
We morally poor.
Say that one again.
We ethically poor.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we seem to go along with the blurred lines narrative. As long as some parts of the story line up with your narrative, you can say, see there. This is the impact of social media. Instead of somebody being able to see the humanity in this story, somebody lost their life. Do you see? That ain't even the narrative. We lost our humanity. That's my point. We done lost our humanity.
Yep. To play,
that's a good point.
The other thing with this too is this sort of sets the idea of once people see something like this, they become desensitized to it. So the next time it may be, you may not have the full video. It may just be someone's word, or this person may have some sort of, mental issues where they're not taking their medicine and they do something like this and it happens. So when something like this happens and, people are celebrating, they're only going to become more and more desensitized to it.
The thing about it, let
me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Is this on is that on some kind of local news station, Channel 5 or something? Okay.
This is down there in Florida, in Pensacola.
That's mainstream, Florida. But it's mainstream news though.
Yeah.
This is pretty much mainstream. So what that does is telling us, see, they're attaboy. See, because I'm looking at President Trump Facebook uphold. That's not news for them. What are they reporting on Facebook upholding a ban on President Trump? Like, that's some kindergarten, high school type news to me. You know what I mean? Like, this is the type of news that mainstream is going for. And then now you got them giving an attaboy. I mean, there's situations out there where maybe she should have blew his behind away if she's trying to intrude into her house. I don't know. But like you said, like the other brother said, dang, no, like you said, there's no humanity at all. What was the situation? And yeah, like you said, they just kind of smear, we get smeared, equated to the worst behaviors in our group. You know what I'm saying? Like BMT was talking about, okay, yeah, we have not, of course we have people. I was poor. I was poor. We grew up poor a little bit and stuff. And yeah, we had some challenges and stuff, but you want to equate every situation, all black people is equal to the worst behaving or the worst destitute or just struggle. Just everybody's like that, and that's conditioning here. This is what I'm looking at when I see this.
It kind of reminds me of, if you remember a few years back when they had the Baltimore riots, and that mother went out there and got her son and was like hitting him in the face on camera. Mm-hmm. Everyone was like, that a boy, and that's the mom of the year and all this. And I'm just like, this is kind of one of those things. It's different because this looks justified, but in the sense of people are saying, hey, celebrating, put him in his place.
Exactly. There's any number of situations that can be celebrated, but here's the mainstream news like, oh yeah, let's use this one. We want to paint this picture.
Now, the thing about it is this, what I'm saying? And I'm asking this question. Are they celebrating this man being shot, or are they showing? Are they showing something? Because I'm just asking. I'm asking the question now. Are they celebrating it? Are they showing the context of this?
Oh, I think there's so. I think the people in the comments that you were talking about, I think they're definitely celebrating his death. I mean, those.
Well, but where they? I mean, they're saying it's good that he's dead.
No. I think in the sense of, let's be honest, those people don't look at that
It
woman
could be
as some
both.
sort of saint or anything like that. These are the same people that probably look at her as a welfare queen as well. I think there's even more of just, hey, this
Where
black
do you
man
see them
got
saying
killed.
welfare queen? Well, where you see them saying welfare queen at?
No. I'm saying those people who are celebrating this man being killed in the comments. I think it's more about, hey, this man is dead, that they're celebrating that more so than this woman stood up for him. You know what I mean? Because I'm saying they probably, if confronted or dealing with a woman like that who has those type of issues, they would probably look down on her as well.
So what do you say to the black men that say, "Oh well, Ahmaud Arbery is dead"? Or what do you say to all those other black men that were on panels talking about black girls are ugly as fuck? What do they say to them
You
men?
see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like this, what's going on here is the need to create confusion. And when you have a situation where people are othered basically as Black America has been, and like I say all the time, I'm saying like even just calling us minorities is really not
But
like you're not regular Americans. So it just others us. It makes us something different. And now that we're something different, now that we're something different, we can be, pinpointed, we can be stereotyped and all this type of thing. So that's all I'm saying. It's like
okay,
we consider ourselves normal Americans, okay? But you're not. So it's kind of weird. Like some of the people who may like you said, some people may, black folks even will celebrate other black folks getting shot or talk stuff about black women. There's men who would talk about black women in a negative way, and there's some black men that black women that talk negative about the black men as if they're not reflecting on themselves. You know what I'm saying? We got all these confusing type narratives in our situation, and we look real crazy, sometimes when we're operating in this world, because yeah, you can find those double standards. You can find a lot of those type of conflicting ideologies in our community, and it's all resulting because this is the result of making us something different than what we think, what we're being
so
taught that we are.
so
You know
hold
what
on.
I
So
mean?
what was for? So okay. So let me. I'm about. I need to give the brother speak. What was
Yeah, go
forcing
ahead,
that
go ahead.
black man? What was forcing that black man to want to go stab up
We
his
don't know
mama?
yet. At least
Right,
I
but
don't know. I don't
I'm
know
hearing
yet.
social programming, but I'm trying to figure out
Well, yeah.
what
Well,
programming.
see, this is what I'm saying.
Now,
I'm gonna tell you straight
what
up.
I
Yeah, go
meant by
go ahead.
that was it continues the narrative that black people, in a general sense, have an animalistic nature about themselves, and you can never tell what they're about to do. That's what I meant by social programming.
Okay,
It's understood but never said. You know what I
And,
mean?
and, and BMT, what I was getting at with the comment before, I was saying that kind of like what Brother Speaks is saying about it reinforces. I'm saying there are a lot of people in this country who like to see black male death, and I think some of those people are just happy to see this man killed, regardless of the circumstances around it.
we seeing. I don't. Well, where's the pushback to the men about they get happy about seeing black people or black female death, or talking about just the narrative, or just talking about down on black people? Where's the pushback in this space?
Oh no, you don't get pushback because a lot of it is anti. Like I said, this space is anti-female and it's very anti-black at times. So I'm not saying any of that doesn't exist at all. I'm
I,
saying it. I'm just saying that some of these people are
So
celebrating this man getting killed
so
because they want to see a black man getting killed.
so this is what I propose, right? I think we are looking at this picture too close. If we take a step back and we think about what narratives support white supremacy, right? Well, we all know that black women, right? They are more highly employed. You know what I'm saying? They are so-called promoted in society, right? That's one thing. Then the effeminate thing, then the confusion. All of those narratives support white supremacy. You know what I mean? So if we were to take a step back, again, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's social programming. Um, this is a narrative that's inside of a narrative. That's what I'm saying. Like, we really need to be a little more introspective when we start having these conversations. Because it's really not about this one incident. It's about a collection of incidents and the way that we view
Right.
those collectively. You know what I mean?
Okay. What's going
Yeah.
on?
I would
What's going
say.
on?
Oh,
What's
go
going on,
ahead. Go
brother? Hold
ahead.
on. I gotta get the brother speak. Go ahead, brother. Speak.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Well, let's just be real. A lot of uh, it, we got a lot of hurt black folks out here now, and the ones who they never were accepted by other black people. Some of them been abused. Black men and black women been abused by their mothers, fathers, family members, their community. So they don't really care if a black man get killed. They don't really care. I mean, it's like, hey, he was a piece of shit anyway. Why does it matter? He was just like my daddy or my brother or my boyfriend or my brother who did shit to me. So I don't really give a shit if he dies. He died, he died. And that's the reality of it. We don't really care. As far as like these guys really being angry with women, let's look at what the narrative is. I think Brother Rob pointed part of it out. Black women are promoted over the black man, not only by the dominant society, but also in our own society. We we the women are taught to be independent of men. The men are taught to get themselves together just to get a woman. They're not taught to get their stuff together for themselves. They're not taught to care about their health for themselves. It's always for the women.
It's
And so
backwards,
that you got
essentially. Every culture teaches the men to be independent for the sake of manhood, and it's not taught to
right.
us.
Yeah, it's not taught to us. We're taught, even the ones that's supposed to be about black unity is still focused on the women first, then the guys. And the guys are put on the back burner. And it's to the point, this is why you have a lot of these manosphere, red pills, they're rebelling against that because of the fact that nobody cares about a man other than his pocketbook or his penis. They don't care about him if he's going through something, if he's going through mental issues, if he's going through problems with his baby mama, his problems with the court system. They don't care. Only time they care if he does something wrong. He acts out. He's killing a bunch of people. That's the only time they care about black men, and then black men either put them in jail or put them in the grave. They don't care about them anywhere else. They don't care about black men depression. They don't care about black men's health. We, I mean, we're up there with heart disease,
What can we do
diabetes,
for ourselves?
Well,
huh?
can I ask you quickly, bro? Speaks. You said that people will say, "Oh, that's my brother, my cousin, my uncle, whoever." They weren't anything. Is that just us, or does everyone like personalize it in that sense of, hey, I hate all black men because this one black person, or a black man that I was close to, let me down. I seem to hear a lot of that amongst people.
Yeah, I think it's something personal. Some people, brothers, fathers wasn't there. Their brothers was like for me personally, like I had that kind of because of my brothers. They stole from me. They stole from the family. they were, pieces of shit. So for a time that I did kind of look down on black men for a bit, but I don't do that now because, like I said, I work with a lot of these broken black boys all the time. I work with them in the prison, and so when I get, when I start listening to them, it kind of it changed my view on. There's a lot of stuff that's against us, and then you hear from the stories of the black manosphere. It seems to go in line. There's a lot of stuff that in our black community that is against black men. They don't mind them being idiots. They don't mind them being baby makers. They don't mind them being athletes. But when it's time for him to be something important, like a leader, there's no guidance for him to do that. There's nothing. And if he steps on the wrong people's toes, aka a lot of females, then yeah, he's gonna get shunned and he's gonna get ran out the community. Because at the end of the day, we really it's not really a care for black men to be leaders and be pillars of the community. It's more or less black men you're just there.
Now, okay. So if y'all saying all that, like I said, again, I'm about to go back to my Nirvana. I'm joined here by my sister Lala. Now, again, I don't know where all these dudes be going because I can show y'all right now a whole spot where this is a bunch of women all looking nice and prettied up, and there's men all up in there, and then I make sure I run through the crowd, and what's there in the Epic Center? A goddamn short black man talking while a bunch of black women are staring at him and just eye gawking him. Now, so when I hear somebody saying nobody cares to listen to a black man, I'm trying to figure out how or where's all this happening at, because I can go to a bunch of places where there's a bunch of black men talking and there's a bunch of women just sitting there listening. And so I'm trying to figure out, is it a certain type of man they don't care to listen to? Because I mean, people have the right to choose. Like, just because you got a penis between your legs don't mean she got to listen to you.
BMT.
I listened to y'all for a good minute, and I can see. That's to say, I'm gonna be showing so many videos of stuff that's gonna break all these fucking YouTube narratives. It ain't gonna even matter to me anymore.
Let me ask you a question real quick, BMT. Do you think it is pushed not to be a comedian, but to really go and be like a leader amongst men? Do you really think that our culture or our community pushes that?
Yeah, you just hear. I mean, yeah, it has been pushed. It's been pushed so many times. It's been pushed so many times. I mean, you got black pastors, coaches, you got barbershops, you got stuff. Men regardless will group together and they'll put somebody, or they'll see somebody who's their like he's the go-to guy or something like that. That is just an innate ability that some men are leaders and some men are not. Every man is not a leader. Every man is not going to have a following. We got to get out of that mindset that everybody is going to be, that everybody has to touch the mic. That's not true. Just like when I hear that somehow the white man is pushing that black woman over you, but then I mean, how is the white man pushing the black woman over you when black men make more money than black women, and there are more black male millionaires than there are black women? So if that's the case, then how is that possible that more black men get more advantages in life and access to laws and stuff than the black women do? See, that's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways.
Okay.
With y'all there's more black male millionaires than there are more black females. But mind you, we can look at the stats of the money of who gets paid more in the workforce or in actually a more field. There are more black male millionaires.
No, BMT. I'm not talking about the outliers. I'm talking about like the everyday.
That's not even an outlier.
It's not an outlier though.
Like go look at I believe his brother Speaks was saying, for example, of hey, when it's time to be when it's time to be an athlete or something like that, people celebrate that. But when you look at the women get, hey, I need to go to school, I need to get this, I need to own all this, I need to be independent. Is that same message pushed to the men?
Yes, it
Yes,
actually
it
is.
is.
It actually is.
Where
It
Where?
actually
that at?
no. It
Not
actually is. You
No,
got put it
because
like Brother Rob.
not
You
in
got
the not,
no.
not in
Where are y'all
not in
at though?
social
Like,
media like
no,
that.
no. It
okay,
is. It actually is. It is.
okay,
no,
okay. I'll
bro,
give you an
That
example.
I,
BMT, we were
no,
having a
bro.
conversation on
I,
someone's panel about his son going to college, and he was saying that his mother, the boy's mother, said, "Well, I don't know if you're college material." And he's sitting there like, "Wait, why would you tell him that?" And we were literally having a discussion of, okay, if that conversation was flipped, could you ever see it being socially acceptable to tell a black man telling a black woman she's not college material?
Yeah, that happens every day.
I gotta be
Where?
That
honest.
happens every single day.
I've never heard anything like that. I've heard boys pushed away, but
Yeah, it
I've
happens
never
every
heard
single
yeah.
someone push
day.
girls
I'm
I
a
away.
black
mean,
woman. I'm a black woman, and basically my family, in so many words, told me the same thing. But I still went to college. So I mean, you're really talking about how that's a generational curse in itself. Like you can't see for somebody what you don't see for yourself. So as parents or grandparents, if you don't see yourself
You're Borging really bad.
She's bugging.
you
I didn't understand what she was
Okay.
saying.
never
So okay. So
went,
mhm.
how
Lala, you Borging. You
you ever
Borging there.
see your child going.
I don't think she can hear you.
She's just speaking from her own perspective.
Lala, Lala, you Borging.
Uh,
Lala, you Borging. Come down. Go back
That
out and come right back. Okay. Now I gotta ask a question because I'm hearing this thing.
mother was talking to her son like that.
Okay. Now she's gonna come right back. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And maybe y'all could tell me something differently. But where do black men be at when it come time to go for PTA meetings or school meetings or any of that stuff? Like, who's keeping black men out of the schools to come see their children?
and
Jobs, maybe.
then
traditions.
Jobs.
We got to teach up here right now. Come on now. I be there.
Yeah,
I be at the meetings
traditions.
now.
it could
I
be a
can count how
multiple
many.
reasons.
See,
I can count. No.
here go the truth, and this is where the rubber meet the road.
Uh-oh.
You make time for what you think is important.
Uh-oh.
You
Now,
know,
Let me ask people. Okay, so being that, let's ask this question, BMT. This for you. What is parent-teacher conference meetings? Why is that important?
so that way you can understand what me and my child and that teacher can do to better benefit that of helping my child mature, finding out where they are lacking in. I talk to the teacher every week. Every week we have at least a 5 to 15 minute out of my time and their time to find out what they need. Like I find out, hey, what classes can I get my daughter in? What kind of programs, app, different other stuff. I find out what strengths, what kind of summer programs, what any and everything going on to help push my child to get to that next level to better their chances of success. So when we have these meetings, mind you, you can, and I always hear, I like I said, I sit in the meetings and I scour looking for men. I see more women in there, but I can count how many men, and I know Brother Ross can count how many men in them goddamn in them meetings.
All
Oh,
right,
when we
BMT. I'm gonna ask
hey,
you
can
one
I
more
answer
question
the
on
question?
that. One more
Wait,
question on that.
Before
One more
you
question
go,
on that.
wait,
No,
wait.
no, no. It's gonna tie into it. It's gonna tie into it.
I
It's
wanted
gonna
to
tie
answer
into
the
it.
question. All right.
It's gonna tie into it. It's gonna tie into it. It's just the last question. How many couples do you see at those meetings?
how
Both
many
parents
couples?
got enough money to work and go to the parent teachers conference?
Oh, you can miss me with that. It's called a phone call, bro. You can miss me with that.
Okay, well,
If
okay, so
you
that's
got
all
things
I'm
called
saying.
phone calls,
So
if you got Facebook
yeah,
or
you
you got a
said
smartphone, you can have a meeting.
exactly. Exactly. That's
That's
what
your
I was gonna
excuse.
get to. What's the No, it's no excuse. I wanted you to say what you just said. Those meetings, you with the internet, you don't need those meetings. those type of meetings. You can do that online with the teacher and
Wait,
with
that's
in
the
the
same thing.
phone.
That's still a
So
parent
you're
teacher
not going to
conference.
see
Hey,
them at that meeting sitting
That
down.
wait, dude,
What does it have to do with anything?
I like
that
to.
has nothing
I
to do
like.
with anything. But
Hey, BMT, BMT,
No,
Super
no, that
Mike.
was the question that you
go,
Hey,
asked.
go
B,
ahead, Rob. Go
BMT.
ahead, Rob. Go ahead,
Hey,
Rob.
but you got some real bad feedback, BMT.
Hang on, I'll mute up. Go ahead.
All right, but you had asked the question, um, why parent teacher conference is important, right? All kids don't learn the same. You know what I'm saying? Some kids learn, all you have to do is tell them one time. Boom, they got it. All you have to do is give them detailed instructions on what they need to do and how they need to do it, where they need to go. Some kids are just analytical like that. And so parents, they have the insight. So that's the one huge benefit, right? Sometimes I call on a shorty, right? Hey, we just read this paragraph. What does that mean to you, right? Hey, I don't know that this shorty got stage fright. I don't know that shorty is afraid to speak in front of people, right? So how do I gauge that? You know what I'm saying? Do I give him an F for class participation? Or do I call the parent and say, hey man, look, check it out, right? Your shorty ain't dumb, man. I be calling on him in class. And the mark don't answer, man. What's good, man? Do we answer around the crib? You see what I mean? And so by deepening my understanding of how your shorty learn and the way y'all communicate at the crib, fam, that's instrumental in education. Shorties don't just show up to school and just learn. It don't happen like that, man. It's a process, and it's egregious, and it's hard, and it's man, bro. Education is not it's not for the faint of heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shorties call me all kind of man, bro. If I want to get on here and rap black people every day, oh man, I have all kind of story. I have all kind of content. You better believe it. You know what I'm saying? I got so many hard luck stories, bro. I can make black people look bad. But of course, I'm in it for the long haul, bro, and I'm trying to help our people win. So my perspective is different. You see? And so that relationship, you man, y'all as parents, y'all should be concerned about what a teacher is teaching your son, your daughter at school. Oh man, I'm always asking when my sons was in high school. Hey, what y'all learned in the history? What y'all talk about today? How did he say it? You see what I mean? Hey man, I got man, my eyebrows up, bro. When I'm hearing what Shorty's getting taught in school. You know what I mean? That's important, man. We be talking about we need our kids better educated. Hell, we need to be concerned about what they being taught first. What are they being taught?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Why can't they read something and then tell you what it means right then and there? Why do they need a picture? You see? All of those things go into the way our mind works. Our kids are little geniuses, man. We just got to find a way to bring it out of them, man. That's all, man.
When I when I'm hearing about the backpacking, it depends on what you feed into that child or feed into that child's mind. Sometimes I'm always curious. As much as I hear men quote all these philosophies and scriptures and all this stuff on these panels and shit and statistics, when the last time they sat down with a young man, since they talk about they want to reach the men or teach men, when the last time they sat down with a group of young men, if you can or you allowed to, and sit down and actually start talking with them, go dig into their mind, ask them and see with them and see if you can actually click with them. See, I do that. I do that daily. See, I got, like I said, my children ain't just my children. I got children all over that call me father. I tie their shoes, make sure that they're good, make sure that hey, before you talk about putting on them football pads, hey, let's put on them that education, let's put on them books. Keontae, turn off that dog on YouTube. Get in that chat room with Mr. Rob, and you need to turn off
Can
that
you
phone. Give me that
spell
phone.
office?
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. I gave up my YouTube office for my child to use that for their school. So that way they can have the stuff that they need. So understand when I'm hearing that people saying, well, that the women are not pushing the men. Well, brother, you need to start going pushing it shouldn't just be the women. It should be you too. I got you. It should be you too. Again, listen, there's no more the handout they stopping. They stopping. It's going listen, when the last one is gone, what are you gonna do then? Y'all now we got it now where y'all adopting pill logic rather than what about your logic as a man? Now I'm showing you a 54-year-old man kicking in a door in front of his children, cursing and hollering. Is that the woman's fault that he's doing that? Who forced him to go do that? You think what lesson was he teaching? What lesson was he teaching his child? What lesson was he teach? Was he teaching his children leadership when he said he's gonna come in there, grab a knife, and stab her up? Was he that concerned about them? Because regardless of what these people say, I can give a fuck what they gotta say. I want to know what was right there on camera. He didn't care you doing that in broad daylight. That man right there was kicking that door aggressively, banging on and screaming in front of everybody. Ain't nobody gonna come to save her. This man sat there kicking, boom, boom, boom. So where's the leadership for that? 54-year-old man, ain't like he dressed like no bum. But he had no problem.
The thing is,
so he had no problem.
She had to defend herself.
So, but hold on now.
She had to defend herself.
So, what education did he need? What education level does he need to go in there and gut up his own family?
I mean, B and C. This dude has clearly got some issues with. Anger management was the lead. He sounds like he didn't even learn the basics of controlling your anger and how to deal with the tense situation. I don't think anybody up here is trying to defend this man.
No.
This dude obviously deserved. What I'm talking about is balance. I'm trying to get us to stop fighting each other because we generalizing. And what the problem is, we're generalizing.
Where are we generalizing at? Where are we generalizing at?
You're saying you kind of equating this man's behavior to black men. Y'all all,
No. I'm not gonna let you run that narrative because
what's wrong? Why am I wrong?
You're lying now. You're lying on my name. But
why?
Hold on, brother Rob. Did I ever say this is all black men? Did I ever say? Did anybody ever hear me say this is all black men?
Not you. This is the chat. This is the narrative that it pushes.
I said you said I.
No, I didn't say you. Well, okay. If I said you, just I'm saying, Pete, this is what's happening. This is what's happening.
I'm calling out. Look at the title. Okay. I said, Red Pill Rage Gone Wrong. This is the same thing that happened with the guy that was subscribed to another content creator, Coach Greg Adams, that shot his ex-wife and his daughter and the boyfriend, all because he couldn't get his way. This man needed anger management help. And rather than going to his doggone session, chose to go there, beat in a door and say, I'm coming in there. You want to play, bitch? That's his words. And go in there to go kill the woman of his children. And most likely he probably going to kill them too.
So they don't ever just stop got what he deserved. Yeah.
So
he got what he deserved.
So when we see this is happening, he didn't think that one time for his children. He didn't think that one time for, well, what my son is going to think. And mind you, that right there, last time I checked, see that right there? That's a little tricycle. So I know there's a baby in there, and I know there's a teenager or a young adolescent in there. See, I'm looking at the context of the stuff that are in there. So he didn't care about no baby. He damn sure didn't care about what his son might think. All he cared about was, yo, I'm going to get what's mine. I'm going to get my pound of flesh. So when I'm being a brother and I'm calling it out, I don't listen. Like I said, I get the charge where I might have I walk alone on some of these things. I don't mind it.
Well,
no. See, that's
no.
I'm not even disagreeing with your point
because he didn't even care about himself because he didn't know that.
Y'all was saying
the only concern. Okay, go ahead.
Well, y'all were just saying the white man is funding and pushing up the black woman.
Okay.
But how?
That's when we starting to get general.
How can we change? Hang on. Let me get this all. I want y'all to keep this in your mind, but I got Lola back up here, right? I walk you. Listen, we're just having a conversation. It's just a little bit. The temperature is just up on the pot. Okay. I got Lola here, and I want to make sure she get her words in too. But I'm trying to understand. That man was going to go in there, and I done showed 2 other stories where the man done gone in there and done kill everybody in the goddamn house but one baby. And I saw the men clap. Did another story, and the men were clapping. Same group of men, same space. Now all of a sudden, the women, they getting tired of getting their eye bit out. They getting tired of getting stabbed in the neck. They getting tired of being shot in the face. Now all of a sudden they say, fuck that. Now we understand the black man ain't coming. Where the fuck he at?
See right there.
No. Hold on. I just made a statement. I just made a statement. I didn't call you none. I said, the woman said, if the black man ain't coming, I'm going to just have to be my own protection.
I understand.
So, hold. But see, the black man did come. The black man came in her house with a knife to stab her.
Dang. See?
Who was that? Was that not her child's father? Told you, did I say that was all black men? Lola, did I say that was all black men?
No, it's not. I wanted to just say real quick.
Oh, go ahead, Lola.
You know, as a person, not like it's not a flex or nothing. I know in the black community, I don't see it that way, but it's crazy because it is seen that way. But anyway, yeah, we come from a lot of trauma. We all know that. But basically, I was raised in a house with a father. I was raised in a 2-parent household. That's not a flex, but you know, being from the hood, I guess is considered you damn near the Huxtables at that point. But anyway, you know, it's what I can tell is that I just think in general, looking at black men, I think that, and don't take this offensively, but and it makes sense that they are, but I think that they're very scared.
Yep.
For multiple reasons. But one of the reasons is they're just like scared of not white people. That's one of the reasons, and they always like to blame it on the white man this and the white man that. But I think it's bigger than that. I think they're scared of their own, not even their own strength, just like they're scared of their own weaknesses, so they don't even explore them at all. It comes out in the worst way because as a man, yeah, you're black. Yes, you are black. Yes, you are treated unfairly, but you're still a man. When you walk in the room, whether you are at the lowest of the totem pole, you're still above any woman, no matter what color she is, just because you're a guy. So it's like, yes, you are you might feel like you're in the category of women and children when it comes to other men. You might feel that way, but it's like you don't even want to explore that fear, if that makes sense. It's what I can see from where I'm sitting. It's like they don't even want to explore that that entire psychology, which as a whole, not all, some men do. They explore it and they say, I need to get in deeper into just my own bullshit, my own father issues, my own mother issues. Like you was having a chat the other day about mommy issues, and you were like, I'm gonna just, there are very few though, just men in general, really, that go into their own, personal problems. But as a whole, as Black men, majority, they just pile other things on top of it, which usually is their money and their dick. And it's not even the size of their dick. It's just, well, I got a bunch of kids, so I'm a man, or I got this, and so I'm a man. And it's just like, just not even, you just pile a bunch of shit on top of not exploring your weaknesses. And they're not even weaknesses. That's the funny thing about it. But you see them as weaknesses because of toxic masculinity. So then you just ignore it. You know what I mean? And it's just nothing ever gets solved on top of all the other things the community itself have to deal with. This is just the Black man and his own trauma and psychology, in his own experiences as a whole. Yeah, they all have a lot of things in common, but just getting down to it, it's like they're scared of what they could accomplish. It's like self-sabotage. What I see a lot with Black men, like I'm raised with a Black man. I have a lot of like great, male figures in my life. I've been to college with Black men, and it's just like, there's a lot of self-sabotage. It's a lot of self-sabotage, and you can see that clearly on YouTube. And instead of facing it and facing the what are you scared of, you just you attack the weaker, not even weaker sex or even the weaker group or any of that. You just run from it. You're not even attacking them. Yeah, in the clip, the man is going after the woman because he doesn't feel powerful in his own life, obviously, and so he's like, I'm just gonna go after her and the kids or whatever, and he might got a few screws loose or whatever. But it's like, as a whole, I can hear BMT basically like, okay, but if I'm there, or if I see some bullshit like that going on, why the fuck are not other Black men saying, get your ass in line? Like, you're a man. Like, other men are gonna listen to you. And yes, not every man needs to be a leader. Not every man does not need to be a leader. Obviously, again, back to YouTube. But if you're there, or if you're that guy that's around, or you see some shit, like, you're a dude, you know what I mean? So they're gonna respect your opinion more than they would anyone else in a different other group. You know what I mean? Woman or child. Like, why is it that I see men see a guy do toxic masculinity shit, this video included, but they do toxic masculinity in front of them, and then they say, well, I'm not gonna say nothing because then it's gonna make me look like I'm weak because I'm standing up for
hasn't that term just come into popularity in the past like 2 or 3 years?
What? Toxic masculinity?
Toxic masculinity.
No, you know where it came from? You want to know what word it came from? You want to know? It's called.
Yeah, I didn't hear that term until the whole.
What word it came from? The word it came from is patriarchy. Now you know that word, don't you?
That's yes, but I'm saying the terminology has not reached the terminology hit the mainstream when I would believe it was whoever the Gillette commercial. That's when it hit mainstream. That's when most men heard it.
The point is,
but
what does it matter? I'm asking you, what does that matter? Where did it came from?
Because you just said men aren't calling out toxic masculinity, and I'm saying most men haven't even heard that term until a couple years ago.
Is anybody confused with what toxic masculinity is?
Yeah, the one guy.
Are you confused? Are you confused, and you're saying everybody else is confused, or is everybody?
I'm confused.
I am too, and
I am, because it's been used for a whole different thing.
We get new
Things
words
that
added to our vocabulary all the time. Bootylicious wasn't a word, but now it's in the dictionary. Somebody can come up with a term that describes something perfectly, and we use it.
Can you
So
all
adding
define it
new
for us
words
then?
to our vocabulary and new
No,
terms is
that's
nothing new.
fine. Can you all define it?
What?
you define it,
What I wanted to
because I
say
have
on
defined a
Lola,
lot of stuff.
a lot of black men do not step up, in my opinion, until they are forced to step up. They don't voluntarily step up. And if it's in a group with a lot of other men or one lead man being the big voice or whatever, saying some stuff, unless it directly impacts them, they may feel that it's wrong,
And
but
that
they
reason,
won't say anything. Now, they may fight if it directly
That's
affects them or their back is pushed against the wall, but to voluntarily step up and say something, because I have heard some things said that are alarming, like you potentially might be just very, very alarming. And one time I only heard one man push back, and it was some real sick stuff. And most of the other men was in the chat. Either they wasn't saying nothing or they was co-signing it. But if they wasn't co-signing it, they just really wasn't saying anything on it. And a lot of black men, I don't know their power.
exactly, that's what I mean. They
And
think it's a
or
weakness, but they're scared of it. They think that it's a weakness, but in reality, that's where you find your power. And for that reason, the way black men feel like getting the approval of the other men, you know what I'm saying, and not realizing that they are the ones that actually can change the entire atmosphere wherever they're at, is the reason why the black community itself will always remain a patriarchy, because the black woman literally does not care. Like she's been, the black man says all the time, when a black woman says, oh, her back has been against the wall her entire life, and he's like, well, me too. It's like, okay, well, when will you display that? Because I don't see it. You only display it in your community when no one else is around, and you want to display this dominance, and you swear up and down that it's a weakness to display this dominance with other men. I feel like beyond the black community, then reality, they're really, really scared, because the men that in an era that we all talk about a lot, but it's been happening since before then, when we talk about civil rights era, but it's been happening before then. It's always, there are the men that stand up for what really is right, they are always made an example of. The head of the snake gets cut off. So that's been happening since before that era, though. It's been happening, boom, since slavery. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a surprise that we now have so many black men that just kind of feel like, well, I don't want to be next, so I'm just gonna live to the next day, and if it ain't directly getting me, then I don't care. It just is what it is, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. But it's gotten to a point where it is very disturbing and very disgusting, honestly, especially as a woman that's raised with a father that actually he didn't make excuses. He did not make he's not a perfect man, but he did not make excuses about the black man or the white man has done this to me, and I'm black, and they doing this, and blah blah blah, and I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna take it out on my family, and you know what, fuck the world, I'm fucked up.
Hey, I got
He
a
did not
question here.
make excuses.
I
I'm
got a
sorry.
question. I said I got a question here. Hey, I just wanted to ask Koja this. What did you hear that was sick that people stood up for?
The guy was literally saying he basically, I don't want to mischaracterize it, so I want to choose my words carefully. He basically pimped girls out in high school, and he was spitting the narrative that girls at 15 and 16 are so sexually craving sex, and that's why. And you could hear the excuses that men have used for pedophilia and for messing with little girls being laid out, and only one person stepped forward to say something. And actually, when he started stepping forward to say something, eventually he cut him off, because I called him out in the chat and what it was. And then it was but it was disgusting. Ain't no man say, hey man, you up here talk them pedo vibes. That's excuse, them R. Kelly excuses.
Wait,
And then
Kojo, are you just basing this all on YouTube though?
I'm just seeing the stuff. As far as men stepping up in other areas, I just was having a deep conversation with my son. And I was like, I'm sorry I couldn't be a man for you, but you have never seen a man. You have only seen, unfortunately, his side of the family. And I don't have many adult males in my family. We were a generation of basically girls. I had one male cousin. It was basically a whole bunch of generation of women in my family. And I said, I'm sorry, I couldn't give you nothing more. But man, ain't no men living in the projects. Even though I didn't live in the projects, a lot of their family did. I say there are no men there. There are only boys. Boys that are laying up on women and letting other boys come and lay up on those women. You have never seen a man. Men don't let other men live in their house like that. And it's not just, it's like I'm from a small town. I can't imagine that it's much different from any other place or even from big cities. You have only seen generations of boys. And it's sad when my children actually have come to me and they needed something, it never crossed their mind to ask their dad. And we was having a deep talk. I say, even the gay men, I say, what are you men building? Even the gay men are holding their own dick in their own nuts and being on their own. Y'all black men ain't building nothing. And he said, well, we built I said, you ain't built the United States. The United States was built with your labor with the white man foot on your neck. But if you had to build the United States voluntarily, I question, would it have gotten built if it were black men? Are you all voluntarily doing something?
Wow, that's a little harsh, right there.
But see,
There have been plenty of things
I
black
say
men
right
have
now,
built out their
I
own
told my
initiative.
son,
that's
you
good
aren't
stuff.
building
But see,
anything
that's a good question. It
voluntarily.
Is a good question because
No,
now
this is good
you
stuff
don't
that
have-
she's saying, because I want to say something about that, because she made some powerful points. You see, I'm really actually more interested in getting us to have these kind of conversations without being so aggressively trying to attack and hurt each other with our voices and with our words, even though that's going to be very tough. But I'm very interested in that, because we can solve these problems that we're talking about, but we can't really solve them by trying to one up each other, trying to prove each other wrong, and trying to, because obviously I don't agree with some of the stuff that she just said, but obviously it's true for her. Because to her, and to a lot of black women, they be like, oh, these black men have never built anything. Y'all don't build nothing. Y'all just sit up here complaining. That's all y'all doing. Well, I mean, it's our job to try to prove them wrong. But I would say, that's why I have my children reading the history of the Moors of Spain. I have my children
But Mike,
learning
even if you
the
just
actual
look at
history.
Even if you just look at history in
Right,
this
right.
country, there are plenty of things that black men have built on their own.
Mount Bayou.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true. It's
on their own
Mount
initiative,
Bayou.
not because someone was forcing them to.
Right.
Well,
So that's all.
and they're not
And this is where we
celebrated
go
either.
to the narrative. But that's where we go to the narrative when we was talking to when I was asking BMT earlier. I was just saying, it's like, okay, when we start giving you the reasons, you equate a reason of, because we are in competition with another group, and that's one thing that a lot of people want to ignore. We are literally in competition with another group, so we have to point out some of the behaviors that the other group is doing to try to stay ahead of us, and that's their job. Their job is to kind of keep it, they want to keep themselves in a certain spot. And that's what I was trying to get to. It's white people. Now, if you had to ask that question, it's crazy.
All of the groups.
It's white people.
Because Super Mike, here's my thing.
It's white people though. That's our main competitor.
Well,
Mike, here's the thing. Put any other group of men in our position in the world and see how good they do. I would love to see it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even though we have Mexicans, Asians, we have all these other groups in this country, they're really not trying to undermine us from getting the stuff that we've been trying to get for the last hundreds of years. It's white people who have been trying. It's white. Asians haven't been coming over here trying to enslave us. You don't got Russians over here trying to enslave people.
Have you seen Africa?
Listen.
We're talking
I'm
about
not in
America,
Africa.
not
I'm talking
Africa.
about us.
Okay.
I'm talking about us
Hold
here,
on.
Okay,
right
We're
can
talking
I,
about
here,
can I say
America.
something
right
real quick
here.
and then I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you
talking
don't talk
about
about
us
America,
right here. It's not
We're
that we
talking
hate.
about
I'm
America,
saying
not
it's
What I
not
Africa.
that
want
I
to
have
see,
to
what I
hate
want to
white
say
people. I'm just
is,
saying we're
no,
in
y'all think the
competition.
white man worried about your ass now? The white man ain't worried about y'all.
I'm
Y'all,
trying.
y'all,
what
See?
I
y'all must really
want to
think y'all
say
want
is
some
that,
hot
like,
grits.
Okay.
I know,
White man is
some
Okay.
not worried
people,
about y'all like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know,
Okay.
like,
There's a
Can
group.
I say something right quick before
White man don't give a shit about what y'all
before
do these
everybody go
days.
on this long tangent?
All right.
Look, we always hear that narrative: black men haven't built nothing, black men haven't done that, this and that. But the ones that have done something, build something on their own, they're not celebrated, they're not seeked out, and many times they're even scorned. And that's not just by the women; it's by the men too. Nobody, So a lot of good things that black men have done, it's not
What
talked about
what black
because
I
men
agree.
it's not,
black
I
men aren't
agree.
celebrated, brother P? But what black men aren't celebrated?
huh?
What black men aren't celebrated for doing?
What black men not
I think, can I say
How
something
many?
real
How many?
quick? I think what
How
he's
many?
saying is
How
that,
many black men are celebrated for building businesses?
A
BMT
lot of them. A
in
lot
the
of them.
public.
A
In
lot
the
of them.
public. I'm
What,
not.
what, what-
I
but
don't see it,
that's
especially
like
now on YouTube. I don't
every
see
Indian
it.
man that's like every Indian man that owns a gas station. He want to get celebrated.
I'm not BMT. I'm not saying they should be celebrated.
I think it's bigger than that.
We're
I think
not celebrated
black
at
people
all.
don't know their
That's
own
the whole
history.
point.
I didn't know you supposed to celebrate a man starting a business. What? And y'all better praise my name and call me
I'm
and write
not.
my name in the Bible.
But he's more celebrated for bouncing a basketball and being a rapper than he is for building a business.
But that's
BMT.
y'all though.
You
Like,
can't.
y'all gotta celebrate yourselves. Y'all gotta stop asking for others. See, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
not.
when I'm talking,
I'm not saying. I'm not
I've
asking
seen it
them to
both ways.
celebrate
I've
it.
seen it both
I'm
ways.
not
I feel like
asking
a
for
lot.
black women to celebrate it. I'm.
Hold on for a second. What I'm seeing and what I'm telling you, this is the thing. Black men, like, y'all greatest weakness really is y'all pride, but y'all think it's y'all strength, but it's not. You want to know why y'all at where y'all at? You really got to start taking self inventory. And everybody trying to help you. I'm not attacking you. I know it sounds like I am, but I promise you I'm not. I'm just very passionate because I've
But
seen it. I've seen black men succeed. I've been raised by a black man that, like, is a very strong person. He don't let other people, like, he don't wait. He's not waiting on nobody else approval. He not doing that. He not
okay.
about to wait on you to tell him congratulations, happy birthday, none of that shit. Like, he not doing that, and he gonna get the fuck up and he gonna go get it. Like, you sitting here, like, it's like
Okay.
y'all don't believe in y'all minds. And I know y'all like to, y'all, when people bring this up, you want to say, well, how was I supposed to learn it? Because I ain't had no daddy, I ain't had no grandfather around. How was I supposed to learn it? But it's like, there are other men that y'all look up to in the media or whoever, pick, or in history, in the history books. Y'all bring up all these other men that y'all know and read about in the history books. Pick them to be your leader, and you gotta basically, it's fucked up, but it's the truth. You gotta come to that conclusion as an adult. Like, you know what, I gotta reparent myself. A lot of us have to do that, not just black men. A lot of adults have to do that. You have to reparent yourself. And it's harder when you got kids or whatever, but if you don't got kids, then it might be somewhat easier because you have that time to be selfish, to focus on yourself. But it's okay to say, you know what, I didn't get everything I needed as a kid. I didn't have that, but I'm not about to let that stop me. Like, y'all love to look up to all these other men in media that have, basically they said, I didn't have a father in the house, but I'm not going to let that stop me from succeeding. And they raised themselves. But then the young men that I see, they look up to those dudes, but then they want to fall back on the excuse that, well, I didn't have a dad around. You got to reparent yourself. I see more black women reparenting themselves. There are very few black men that say, you know what, I'm going to therapy because I need it. Oh, this nigga crazy. He not crazy. He's saying, I know for a fact that if I'm going to be a leader, if I'm going to be the leader of my house, your house is a team. Men love sports. They love them. But you got to think about that. You got to think about your family as your team and your teammates. Y'all
But
all
aren't
got
you?
a part to play. You're
But
the captain of the team as a man.
It
Like, I see this in my
isn't what
dad
you're
a lot.
saying
Like,
reminiscent of
hello?
all men. When you
What?
talk about like things like therapy, isn't that reminiscent of all men?
No, it's not. But you got to figure out what works for you. I'm not saying a one size. Nothing I'm
okay.
saying is a
But
one size fits all. It's not a one size
but,
fits all. I'm talking about in general. In general,
but
the black community is a matriarch. I'm a black woman that would love for it to be a patriarch, but a healthy one.
a healthy patriarch. The way that
Yeah,
these
but
men out here
it's
be talking, not all, but some.
but
The way that they be talking, it is a very unhealthy patriarch. And you wonder
but
why
didn't you just
women.
equate? No, just for my clarity, didn't you equate toxic masculinity to patriarchy earlier? That's all I'm trying to clarify
yeah,
because I thought
Yes,
you were
I
anti.
it's
said
true.
a healthy. There are male traits that are very good, but you guys, like, not all men,
Oh
but there
no,
are
no, I
men
just wanted
that
to make
take
sure.
it to.
I took it as you were saying earlier that you were anti-patriarchy. That was patriarchy was toxic masculinity. So I just wanted to clarify.
Yes, the way that it is designed traditionally, the way these guys be, the way I'm talking about it is the way that these guys be using these talking points. It's very toxic, and then they wonder why. In so many, when you look at every civilization, they go through these stages between men and women. And one moment the women don't have no power, then they revolt, and then they have power, and then they go back to wanting it to be patriarchy because of, again, that toxic masculinity of feeling inadequate because they don't have that they don't have this, for some odd reason they don't have that fucking, basically abuse of power anymore. They don't have the abuse of power anymore, and then they miss the way that it used to be with the abuse of power. But there's a reason why the women rose to where they rose is because of that abuse of power. If you were positive, and if you held a woman, don't got no problem following you if you're gonna treat her right. They're not acting out for no reason. Black women are not shooting black men for no reason. They're not just out here just fighting men, beating men up, or shooting men and killing them for no reason. If he was being good to her, he would still be alive. That's not what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is that I've seen that before. I know what black men can be. So don't take it as I'm attacking black men or something like that. All black men are fucked up and they wrong. But y'all do got some fucked up ways. And you want to know why that the black community will always be a matriarch is because most black men, most of them don't want to take self-inventory. You want to point fingers at everybody else. The difference between an adult and a child is accountability and responsibility. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, I'm an adult, I'm a man, I'm grown, but then you want to tell everybody else they're accountable and responsible for your actions and your choices. At some point in time, yeah, you're not responsible for other people's choices and actions, but you are responsible for how you respond to them. And it comes a point in time where you got to say, you know what? I see that that's you over there, but I got to respond like this. Like BMT was talking a while ago, a small talking point, it's not the whole thing, but a small nugget that he said was a lot of the men over there in the toxic world, they want to say like, oh, child support, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, you know what? Yeah, she's taking the child support. You're pissed off about it. But you know what? You got to mature and say, you know what? This is my child. I chose to participate in making this baby. She fucking crazy as fuck. But you know what? I need to respond like an adult, even though she not going to respond like an adult. I need to be the adult for our child. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be the captain. You want to be the captain of your team. Right now, the black community as a whole, except for, the few out there, you might be a part of that few, that's fine. But as a whole, it's a matriarch. Right now, the captain is a female. A lot of black men complain and say, I don't fucking like that shit. All the other men, they are captains of their team. What's the fucking difference between the captain and the other motherfuckers on the team? The captain says, if we win the championship, I'm going to, he taking responsibility. They talk about him for about 5 minutes. They talk about the other motherfuckers that did what they had to do to get to the championship because he ain't do it by himself. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't get there by his goddamn self. But then if they lose, who do they talk about? Who takes majority of the responsibility? The captain. They about to talk about this motherfucker for 10 minutes. What the fuck was you doing? And why the fuck y'all lose? Because you're making my money messing up. Your goddamn team is fucked up. And you know what? It's a bunch of bullshit and it's your goddamn fault. You can't have it both. You can't want to be the captain when shit is going good. And then you don't want to be the captain when shit is going bad and start pointing at motherfuckers on the team and start cussing them out like it's their goddamn problem. They following your lead. You can't have it
So
like
is
that. And that's what
matriarchy good? So
as a
should it
majority,
stay a
as a whole, is what I'm
matriarchy?
saying. What?
So should it stay a matriarchy?
It's
Because
no,
in
no,
one
That's not
breath
no,
what
I'm
I'm
hearing,
no,
saying.
no.
The reason
okay,
why, no, that's not what
okay,
I'm
that's
saying.
all I
The
need to
reason
know.
why
That's good.
I'm
That's
It
all.
saying
should
toxic
be.
That's
It
it.
masculinity. There is
That's
a
it
it.
should
That's
toxic
be
all I was
balanced.
saying. I
masculinity.
mean, okay,
Women
that's all I was
aren't
saying. That's all I
saying.
wanted to make sure people understand.
Women
Because
aren't
No,
sometimes
the
y'all, I'm
saying.
reason
just trying to
why
say
it is
something.
changed into a
Hold on.
matriarch,
I want to
the
let me
reason
make
why
this
it
point.
changed into
Hold
a
on a second. Let me
matriarch
make a
is
point. Let me
because
make a point real quick.
hold
Let me make this point real quick, Layla. Hold on, Layla. You just kept talking. I'm gonna talk for 3 seconds. Now, all I want to do is saying, y'all. Sometimes when y'all talk, y'all have so much passion. It is important to try to regulate some of the passion because it does come off as anger, and people respond to what you give. And then when it just becomes unproductive. That's all I'm saying.
Our mamas talk to us like this. Why are y'all so sensitive? And
Exactly,
as far, I'm just saying, our mamas talk to us like this, and we don't.
You
I
see
don't
how you didn't receive
understand.
that?
I'm saying this is how our
I'm
mothers.
just trying to get to.
No, but I'm
I'm
saying
trying to get to
our
a
mothers.
point where we're actually talking.
You can't handle it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Our
I don't
mothers.
want to handle
You
anger.
cannot handle you. This is
I don't
why
want to
It's
handle
not.
anger.
I was
I'm trying
raised
to.
with a father.
If I talk to you the way,
Don't
Wait,
come at
if
me
I
like
speak the way you're
my tone is
speaking,
an issue. That's the
but
problem.
Layla,
Like
I
yes,
think
it
you
is.
want to be
I think what
sensitive.
he's trying.
It
I
is.
think what
It's an
I
issue, but it's not. It's not game
I
over. I'm
I
asking
think
you. You don't have to
what
do
Mike
it.
is
I'm
trying to
just
say is
asking you.
basically when you've admitted that you think this is a very sensitive subject, that black men have a lot of areas that they don't explore and weaknesses. I think what Mike and I kind of agree with him is saying is that, hey, if you're going to go into an area that's sensitive like that, you've got to, or that you perceive as a weakness, you've got to go about it in a be very deliberate in how you go about it with your tone and things, because you know it's going to be a
Right.
sensitive subject.
Right. It's a
Okay,
sensitive
but
subject, period. It's just
our
like if we talk
mothers.
about if we're talking about if we talk about issues that you have to deal with as a woman, you're gonna be offensive. You're gonna feel sensitive about it, and then you're gonna lash out. So, but when the guy
Can
do
I?
it, now it's a problem. Well, our mothers talk to us about it. Yeah, and sometimes that wasn't the best route to do that. That sometimes
No.
you don't
I'm a
need to talk
70s
with
baby.
people
Okay,
like
I'm
you
a 70s
raging
baby.
against
Okay,
them.
I want to say
Maybe
No,
this.
you
I'm a
don't think that,
Apologize
but
Can
for my
they
I?
do.
passion, but I
So
will
you
say
Can I
have
say
to
this
be
here?
careful in
Can
how
I
you
say
explain
real quick,
things.
ma'am, real quick,
Because look,
ma'am.
I get what a lot of what she's saying. I get what she's saying, but it's come off as you're blaming the black man for everything. That's what it
No.
No,
comes
I'm
off
not.
as.
Oh,
And
I
you're
just
saying
told you
we
that I'm
explore
on
our
your side,
weaknesses
and I'm passionate
when
about
we
seeing
are
y'all
taught to
become the
explore
leaders
our
that
it's
weaknesses,
y'all can
called.
be.
that is
And
viewed
you're
as
not
weak,
receiving
and
that
not just
message though.
by black women, it's also black men. So
I'm
it's
gonna say.
not
Can I
like
say?
we're sitting here
And it's like
like
you
if
care more
we don't
about.
want
See, this is
to.
the thing with
We
black people as
do.
in general. We care
But
more
the thing
about
of it
guys,
is, in
the
our
pretty light
community,
skin
Let's not
if a
go
having
tit
black
for
man
sex.
tat.
says,
That's what
I'm
let's try to
having these
avoid that. Let's go.
issues,
Can I
Let's.
say this here? Can I speak? And they call it. Our mothers spoke to us like this. I'm a 70s baby. The one thing our mother said was when you're talking to somebody, hold your head up, look them in the eye, and speak in a firm voice. That's what we were taught in this. I'm a 70s baby. That's how we were taught to speak because we had to lower our head and speak in such meek voices in this world. But our mothers speak to us like this. This is how, but I don't understand. I can speak to my 9-year-old daughter in this tone and she receives it. I could speak to my 21-year-old son, and he basically responds how you are
Your
responding.
children.
But
Your children.
but we're talking about corrective actions. Corrective actions. And he said, do we want a matriarchy? No, we don't want a
I agree.
matriarchy or
I
a
agree with both
patriarchy. We
parties. I
want
want
a
to say something real
balance.
quick.
We want a balance.
A balance, exactly, because patriarchy is not a. It's not a balance. It's really not. We don't have a problem with men being in control or being leaders. That's not the issue. And I do want to apologize again for my passion, but it seems like you're more concerned about the tone than the actual message. I'm actually on your side. Like I'm sitting here trying to
Okay.
give you the play on how to be a
Okay.
leader. Like one time I heard
Hold on. Hold on.
someone,
Hold
and there was
on.
another
Hold
guy
on.
that was talking to him real quick.
Layla.
But
I understand. I'm not. I know you go on these long things, and it is good because you have a lot of passion. But all I was trying to get to say is that your passion is actually more important than your words. Your actual tone of voice is actually more important than the stuff that you say. It is people pick up on your tone more than what you actually say. I'm just
so you
saying
didn't hear
that to
nothing I
you.
said, basically, is what you're saying.
I'm just trying to get
You
you to
hear
see
nothing I
not
said.
just me. I'm the type of I'm the type of person I will sit and listen to somebody cuss me out. I've been cussed out. I've been called all kind of things. I can sit and listen to people cursing and saying all type of epithets, and I actually try to listen to what you're actually saying. But I know for a fact that
But
most
Mike,
people
that's
don't
human.
respond like that.
That's human communication. What you're saying is true. Most of communication is tone. It's not words.
It's tone, and
So you want me to? So
this
for the
is
people in the
science.
back
This is actual
that
science.
respond to tone, you want me to say it again slowly? You
Well,
want me to
I'm
say it
just
again
saying to
slowly and
modulate it
calmly?
because
No, I receive what you're
I'm
saying. So
trying to
let's
get
say
you
it
to
again
understand,
slowly and
first of
calmly.
all, that
So let
this
me
is
say it like this:
science. Okay, go
black
ahead.
men, black men do not lead. What I'm saying is that I'm on your side to be a leader because I was raised by a leader.
Someone's
Black
got some
men
background noise.
have, I don't have any background noise. I don't know who that is, but anyway, black men have a problem with being leaders. They want all of the benefits of being a leader, but they don't want none of the responsibility. You cannot be the captain of a team, of a general of an army, or a captain of any ship, but then don't want to take no responsibility when y'all lose, when the ship goes down, or when the motherfucking the army fucking dies. You can't have it both ways, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like black men can do that, but they won't do that for whatever reason. I'm not a black man. I don't know. I asked my dad the question, why, what is that? He's, I don't know. Some people get it, some people don't, but for some odd reason, it's like majority. When BMT was showing this video earlier, it just seems like I hear a lot of black men backing up saying, that ain't me, that ain't me, that ain't me. And what I was saying earlier is that a lot of black men, I feel like, were trained, yes, through media, to be scared. If you say something or stand up, you'll be shot down. We saw that in the civil rights era. Any black man that was making sense, that was respectable, he was making sense and he talked in a calm voice, he still died because of his
Wait, Layla,
principles.
I
He
want to
still
quickly
died.
ask you when you were talking about that video. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought everybody on the panel condemned that.
No, but what I'm seeing, what I was hearing is a lot of black men saying that was that guy. That was just him. That was just him. But it seems as though as a community, we have an issue. Black men have an issue with saying or being there in general when it comes to violence against women. It's like, well, I'm not going to correct another man in his household. Well, your household, yes, it's your household, but then it comes into your community. And when your community is saying that this is okay, you start to see in the community that the women and men, that the women and the children are battered, and a lot of men are just like, well, I don't know, that's just that guy, he's just crazy. And it's like, you can be that guy
Or
that
she should
stands
have
up and
chose
says
better.
he right, or he should have, yeah, but you just dismiss it instead of being like, you know what, this is bullshit, not just for him, but for all the men that agree or think like this. And if you're, and the woman earlier, the woman earlier, she was like, the guy was talking crazy, and another man stood up and said something. And another guy is like, well, what was he saying? He was talking crazy, and another man says something. As a guy, or as just as a person, as a human, in period, he was talking crazy. It was disrespectful, rightfully so, man. Not what was he saying? What did they do? Let's try to justify this. No, no, because that's how you get to where we're at right now, which is where people feel like, well, I'm not going to be defended or protected. So then why do we need you? You want to be needed. That's fine. But you gotta make yourself useful. That's not the woman's job. It's not the community's job to make you feel useful. And I think that again, it's like it's almost as if black men, yes, you're right. You were not taught how to be a man. But there are so many tools out here, especially today in this world, that is no excuse. There is no excuse why you cannot get yourself together mentally, physically, emotionally. There is no excuses anymore. There is no we didn't have books. There is no we were going to get shot and killed if we read something. There is none of that. And then you keep going again to another excuse. Someone brings you a solution. It's very sad, and it's very, very sad, because I know what you can be. It's very sad. Every time someone brings you guys a solution, you come up with another excuse and another problem. We'll solve this. And then they give you another solution. Black women have been doing that for a very long time. They
Can
give
I
you another
get in
solution,
one
and
little
then you
thing?
come up with an excuse.
Can I
An
speak?
excuse, and then you
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
"Well, what about
yeah.
this?"
I have to
Let, let,
go to work. I
let's
just
do
want to
real.
say one thing. Um, I just
Hello?
want to say one little thing. They say black men aren't celebrated when they do this. And I could just say what my mama said. My mama say, you don't get rewards for doing what you're
What
supposed
you
to do.
supposed to do?
Regardless if
Exactly,
they're
you doing what you
celebrated or
supposed to
not,
do.
they should still do it. I don't think a lot of these women go into doing whatever their ventures are with the idea that they're going to be
Being celebrated.
celebrated. You do
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you're celebrated.
Not true. And there are many. I think that's a bigger issue when it comes to black men or even black people in general not being celebrated for the things that they do. Because black men and women have contributed a lot to not to this country, but to society as a whole. Society as a whole. There are so many things that are invented that we use literally every single day that a black person, black man and woman has created, but we don't know that as black people because we don't teach our children that. We really got to stop thinking that when we send our kids to school that they're supposed to teach us about us. That's a us problem. That's a us problem. So when you're talking about black men are not celebrated for the things that we do, I think that's bigger than just black men are not celebrated for the things we do. We don't learn about us. We don't teach our own children about the things that we have done for society as a whole, for this entire world.
Okay.
That's our problem. That's our
Yeah.
that's us as a whole. That's us as a community. It's not just black women. It's not just black men's fault.
So
That's our problem as adults. As adults, we do not teach our younger kids these things. Like
Yeah.
my parents, they gave us a book about 5,000 black people, right? That created and did all that. 5,000 inventors, black inventors. And there's so much shit in there that I didn't even know. Like a black woman got a patent for the goddamn roll of toilet paper. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just little shit like that we use literally every single day. A black person created, and the average black person doesn't know that. So it's bigger
Yeah.
than just black men are not celebrated or black people are not celebrated. We don't teach ourselves the things that we have contributed to society as a whole. So
Yeah.
again, I agree with Homegirl though. Like it's as if you guys want an award for doing things you're supposed to do. Like if you're a captain, you're just the captain. Like your award is being the captain. That's your award. Like that's your round of applause. You're the captain, my nigga. Like you got what do you want? Like what do you want? On top of being if you're the general of the army, nigga, you in charge. You're fucking you're in
D-Darrell, did
charge.
you want to jump in too?
I'm just
I'm
saying,
waiting
like,
on my
I'm not
chance.
meaning that in a mean way, but it's like, what do y'all want
Hey,
exactly? Like,
Layla, can you let
like,
can you
what
let
do
Yeah,
you
Dita
we
want?
gotta let Dita Rowe get in. We gotta let Dita Rowe.
Yeah, can we let him? He's a therapist, so I'd love to hear his perspective on all of this.
I love Layla. That's why I always bring her up here to bring that passion. Go ahead, Dita Rowe. Don't
She
mind me.
remind me of Deity, BMT.
No, not my Layla. That's my baby. No, don't put that spirit on her.
So, man, I'd like to say hello to everybody on the panel and so forth. I want to just kind of look at it from this perspective, and sometimes it's a bit frustrating when we have this discussion about the black community, and we go into this dark hole of trying to genderize who is supposed to do what as far as black men doing this, black women ain't doing this. When we look at us as a people, the opposition and those that have oppressed us, they don't care about the gender. And I've said this on multiple panels. This thing is this divisive thing about who should do this and who should do that. We should be more in a position of collaborating, problem solving together in regards to the issues of our people. And to me, as far as the condition that we're in, one is no more important than the other. No one is more to blame than the other. When we look at situations such as a matriarchy and a patriarchy, I want you all to understand that when we look at African culture, there are African cultures that are matriarchal, but the men in those cultures still function in a manner of being a leader. If you there are certain tribes, I'll certain countries, they function in a matriarchy, some function as a patriarchy, and so forth. That doesn't take away from men doing what men do. And so a matriarchy is not necessarily a bad thing. We have to look at the sense of a matriarchy in a position of fatherless homes. That's the problem. The problem is that fathers are not at home teaching and molding young boys to be young men. You see, I just talked about this on another panel last night, a couple of days ago. We have to look at the psychosocial development of why black men grow up to be what they become. And the reason why is because we are not socializing, we're not educating, and we are not producing adequate black men. So to me, it's almost like it's an endless argument of you expecting a guy that's now 18, 20, 21 on up to do all of these wonderful things that he never learned. That is illogical. You're expecting him to do all of these things, and then you're right, there are tools. But how is a person that never had that mindset to even learn that have the curiosity to want to invest his time in learning tools to do something he's supposed to do that somebody never told him he was supposed to do? I mean, let's be honest about it. And so the black community, I don't get into as a therapist and so forth, I don't get into this black man, black woman, this, and you supposed to do that, and you doing this, and why you can't, and this and that, and the statistics say, and the lies and all that kind of stuff. I look at things from a black people's perspective as us working collective, not gender. Yeah, so we do have roles we obtain within our culture that we pretty much give ourselves and so forth in our culture, but white people, other demographics that we got to compete against, they care less. They don't care less. We're making this a bigger problem that other groups don't care about.
Well, Darrell, I was going to quickly say, from what you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, is that if the household is broken, both parties are going to suffer and both parties are going to be affected.
Yes.
It's because it's a broken household.
Yes.
If it's a broken community, everyone in the community is going to be broken in some form or fashion.
Yes, and we have to look at the fact of, again, we're talking in our community. You will not get an argument from me as it relates to the black community is not producing enough strong, accountable, respectable, skilled black men. It's not, and it's a reason for that.
I don't think anybody would really disagree with you. I think even the manosphere would agree with you.
Yeah, but it's a reason that we don't want to discuss. See, we have people that jump on panels that want to argue about the end result, but we don't talk about the fact that black boys are 5 to 8 times as more likely to be expelled or suspended than any other group. We don't want to talk about the fact that young black boys are more likely at the age of 15 to be reading on a 3rd, 4th grade level. We don't want to talk about the fact that less than 50% or almost 50% of black boys are not graduating out of high school. So when all of these things, when we're talking about the educational, the psycho, and social development, all of these things in an equation equals to a weak, docile person that ends up going into crime and other things. And that
someone got that YouTube on in the background.
Let me ask a question real quick of the panel. I know BMT's married. Darrell, I'm married? Okay, and Renaissance, are you married?
No, I'm not.
You're not? Okay. And Brother Speak, are you married? Brother Speak?
Brother Speak not married. He's not married.
He's not. Okay, all I just wanted to do is, I mean, I know there's a lot of sisters in the panel, but see, that's what I was trying to touch on BMT earlier. All men that you hear are not the same. You're talking to a different kind of group of dudes, and our perspective leads to different results. When you're equating us or our analysis of these type of issues, when you some of you guys in the chat are equating like the way we're analyzing this little dude that the woman rightfully shot because she should have shot his behind. He tried to break in her house. That's what should happen. But we want to try to avoid the whole situation. We want this type of dude not to exist. We want him to be responsible for it to his family. And so if y'all are trying to equate us with some old dudes from the manosphere or some other, type situation, this is where I believe a lot of sisters making mistakes.
Correct.
Because men will respond similarly, but on certain things will respond similarly as far as being talked to certain types of way. Yeah. I don't think anybody wants,
No.
It's a certain way you talk to people who are allies,
Okay, that's true. Now, okay,
when you're being critical too, when you're trying to have a productive discussion about something sensitive, yeah.
So my content for today was on Redpill Talking Point about women or baby mama need protection, and I said equals Gun Equalizer. Now, when I put in the Gun Equalizer, that took out the trope of if you don't fall in line and come back to the man, you fucked. And I've heard that plenty of times, many times. I've done seen the panel where people have talked about women and their children and family being blown away. I've done seen people make jokes of women getting their eye bit out, stabbed, shot, beat to death, all assortments of things. And I would watch these talking points from certain groups say that if these women don't get back in line, they fuck. But now the women are saying, holy shit. So if I don't come back to you by your demands, then this will keep on happening. Now, I didn't say y'all. I said I'm talking about what it came from a talking point. Okay? That's why I said talking point.
Yeah, but BMT, that's the problem. See, that's incel talk. But
right. That's what I was addressing, D-Darrell. That's what I was addressing. That's what I was addressing. I wasn't attacking. I was tackling a narrative of a talking point. You understand you get what I'm saying, brother?
Right.
Yeah. So I get some of y'all missed that when I put in that red pill talking point about women or baby mama need protection. Equal Gun Equalizer. Brother, you've been there where there were men on the panel laughing while a girl was being held down and being choked by her father in front of a woman. Now, see, I've been there for a lot of stuff. And I noticed that now when I started fighting back the narratives and I started doggone sheathing my sword and saying, I'm not playing with this shit, I had a lot of people starting to turn up on me because I choose to say, yo, that's just not right. So I'm not saying this is the fate of all black men, but I'm saying this. If we don't start saying shit and calling this shit out, and we don't start beating back this fucking voice of this talking point, if these women don't get in line, best believe this shit's gonna spill and get ugly. Like I said, a bullet don't got no goddamn name. But again, when I showed that video of that man having that race, I just showed the last video of Coach of a subscriber to Coach Greg Adams' channel. Y'all remember when I did that video? That man, that father, that father who was subscribed to that channel, shot his ex-wife, his daughter, and the boyfriend, all because he couldn't get his fucking way. Then there was another daddy that because he couldn't get his fucking way, killed everybody in the goddamn house because he's going to get access to a goddamn stimulus check. Another man beat and broke his goddamn baby mama's eye because she refused to take him off of child support, and the child support was only goddamn $125. So now, when me as a black man, I'm talking about this shit, other black men started turning their back on me. And I say this to all of them, fuck y'all. I don't need y'all. Because I'm never going to go co-sign with the death and torture of my people. Because you refuse to do and live up to the standards of what I require as a black man. I pay my bills. I take care of my children. I take care of those around me. I ain't saying you got to be perfect, but god damn it, man. When you got a lot of people happy over a woman or a young girl or any of our children's death, or they praising pedophiles and rapists and all that shit, yo, at some point, yo, we got to start drawing the line. You was there with me, Renaissance, when they were making fun of Ahmaud Arbery being shot dead in the street. Mike, you was there with me when they were doggone talking about that baby, them babies, and all them kids in that house getting gunned down.
Yeah,
But you were there with me when they were doggone talking about that woman getting her eye bit out, and all those men were laughing and clowning because she was screaming and hollering. So all three of y'all had sat there with me when I've been fighting these goddamn men, when I've been saying, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? They were praising, they rather praise a goddamn pedophile, multiple pedophiles in this goddamn place, while they brag about having sex and raping our goddamn children. I ain't got no time for these goddamn games no more with these motherfuckers. But these motherfuckers are getting bolder and bolder and bolder. And now, whenever we do the talking points about marital black men, about families, about upholding the goddamn laws of protecting our people, they got a problem with us. But they don't have no problem doing the fuck shit to our people. The only thing I can do now is pick up a rock and bash them upside their fucking head. All they want to do is fuck our women and kill off our children. And that's a goddamn problem. I done watched these men talk about every last one of you brothers. And I defended y'all without not one glance, without even hesitating. I'm getting tired. I am so tired. These men if this had been a panel, you seen a Renaissance, if this had been a panel bashing women about fucking weave, these motherfuckers would have jumped up on here and doggone be tap dancing and talking all kind of shit.
I saw you in the chat of that one, BMT.
You know, what were they calling me? What were they calling me? A sellout? They were calling me a sellout? But then we have it right here, a 54-year-old man kicking in the door to go kill the mother of his children in front of his goddamn children.
BNT, and
I ain't mean to get fired up, y'all. Y'all go ahead and talk, man. Shit.
Well, BNT, I went through something similar. Remember when we talked about the Ma'Khia Bryant thing, and remember that we talked about how the parents were, the adults over there was supposed to be more responsible than that police officer. And you remember the response that we got from that we were shaming black people, that we're demonizing. I was on another panel, and I was talking about the failings of the black community as a whole and some of these supposed black leaders. For that, I was called a anti-black. I was called, you hate black people, you're condemning black people. And the even sadder thing, this was coming from two black males. And I even looked up their channels. And no mention of helping the community, no mention of mentoring children, no mention of anything. The ones that defended me were two black women. So trust me, I have no love for some of these niggas out on this YouTube streets. I don't have love. But here's my thing is, I don't have love for some of these females on here either. Because I was on another panel on a black unity, and I had one black female just taking me to task and I didn't say nothing to her. I didn't say nothing negative to her. I didn't do nothing. But I'm getting raked over the coals because, yes, I said I sympathize with some of the guys over there, but I don't agree with it. What they're talking about is going against black women. I got raked over the coals by a black female for that, and for the fact that I don't support every black person. I don't support the community. I support black people. I got raked over the coals for that. So yeah, if you wondering why some of these dudes don't want to step up, because they are taught that you have to give everything and get nothing in return. And you get nothing in return, whether it's women, whether it's the community. They are taught to give everything and get nothing. So yes, there's going to be some dudes who rebel against that.
Hang on.
And then they get blamed. And here's the thing: they get blamed for what other dudes do. We've been trying to talk to these guys, but you know what? Who been supporting some of these ain't shit dudes? Some of these females, but they don't talk about that. It's all the men's fault. It's all the men's fault. I try to keep it balanced. I said the community's at fault for these dudes, because you don't go to these boys when they're young and try to keep them from even thinking of that. So when they get older, they raging. Now you want to put them down, but you should have been getting at them when they were young. But nobody wants to do that. We got people going after the black manosphere, but none of those people, none of them will go and mentor these young boys before they become to that point. It's manosphere, Redpill, all that. But nobody will go over there and mentor these young boys. Go to these boys' houses and try to help them out. No, they wait till they're older, then one of these straighten them out. It's too late then. So if you want me to be like, well, the black man got to do this, well, none of y'all was trying to go mentor this boy to be a leader. Matter of fact, I think Bookie said it best. Black men are not required to be leaders. They're not required. They're required to be partners. They're required to be companions. They're required to be sexual partners, but they're not required to be leaders. They're not required to be pillars of the community. I mean, that's what it is right now. And for us to be saying, well, yes, they are. No, they're not. Very small group of women do that. Small group of men do that. Yes. But as a totality, no, it don't happen like that. And no, I'm not blaming just the women. I'm blaming the community as a whole. That's who I blame, the community as a whole. But everybody wants to blame, where's the black man? He's a leader. Oh, no, it's the black woman. I'm blaming the whole thing, and then I get shot down by both sides for saying it's a community problem. I don't want to support a community like that, and I get shot down on both sides. So I'd be like, well, fuck it then. Let them burn. If that's how you feel.
So okay, now brother, speak. So in asking, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? What is it that you want?
I want the same as I want black men really to focus on themselves. Stop worrying about these women. Stop worrying about just fixing themselves up, getting therapy. That's what I want black men to do. You can't fix the community if you're broken. There's no way. But if I talk like that, I got men telling me, no, that's wrong. The women. What about the women? What about the women? That's what we got right here.
So hold on. So okay. So
you'll get both pushback from both parties on that. There'll be
yes.
But if you're gonna, I agree with you. If you're gonna come at it from, I want the men to go fix the problem, you got to make sure it's the right men and that they are fixed before they go and try to pick up hammers and fix other things.
So in saying that, and thank you, Honeybee. I do remember the Big Brothers program. I do remember a lot of different things. I remember Little League football. I remember being at the barbershop. I remember the deacons at the church. I remember I remember the brothers that were in the mosque. I remember the Masons, the Freemason brothers that used to. If you did not have a father in the home, the Freemasons, at the Masonic Hall. I'm not sure if any of y'all ever had those things going on. The Masons would actually, they would actually get you. What does that boy need? Clothes, shoes. Do you need your grass cut? These are men. They will come and do all that stuff. Mike, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They didn't.
Right.
They weren't asking
Yep.
for no money. They didn't ask your mama to lay on her back. All they would come
Nope.
right there. Oh, you need that boy? Give me him. They'll put you right on the back of the tail of that truck and take you
Mm-hmm.
wherever you needed to go do. They pay for my physical. They pay for a lot of my stuff. These are men. Like, so these are men that when my daddy wasn't around, they came and took me. On Sundays, I was in the church, either ushering or beating the drum or walking ladies to the front of the church. I don't like. For
You
me,
see, stuff is. Yeah,
go,
go
go,
ahead.
go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just saying, like, we got to get out of this McDonald's quick fix solution type stuff. This is what's messed up with us. We think just because we done figured out there's a problem here or there, that we gonna say a couple things and we think it's supposed to get fixed in a few weeks or a year or two. These type of things take planning. If with our community, we have had foundational stuff uprooted from us, and those type of things, it takes planning. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my thing right now with this particular situation with a dude like that on that screen trying to bust into his children's the family that he's supposed to be giving his life to protect. He's gonna put himself at odds with the woman who's has to be him now and use the gun to protect the family from his crazy deranged self. She did the right thing in blowing his little brains out, because they were real little brains, because he don't know what it is to be a man. And that is sadly where we're at today. But us that are concerned about these type of situations, we shouldn't be just talking about what it is. We should be talking about how it should be at the same time of how it is, because we have to distinguish between, we have to show people, like, okay, this is a good example, this is a bad example. Here's a good example, here's a bad. It's like you got to make that distinction for people, because I'm listening to a lot of female conversation, and to me, that's really one of the main important conversations. The men conversation is very important, but like Brother Speak said, once they grown, man, you ain't gonna change no man. He like some hardened cement now. I got to get him when he's soft and able to be shaped, okay? And that's why I got to talk to the women, because the women are having these kids when they're soft and they're shaped, and they're kicking these men out because these guys ain't a lot of them aren't good, but they got that child there. Okay, so how this child gonna get shaped? So if we don't teach the women how to distinguish between this is the type of behavior that you want to promote. So in our conversations, we can't be like, men, these men, yeah, these type men. If you see this dude here and he's like this, he's showing this type of behavior, okay, throw him there. But if we don't make that distinction, all they see is, dick and balls. That's all they see.
Now, the thing about it is this: when it comes to, and like I said, and you're right, Mike. Like I said, I try to show y'all the woes of the world. Now, you feed in you feed into what you get. You choose to mess with people who ain't about nothing in their life, you get those results. You get those results. I chose to lay down on the mattress on the floor and fool around and get into all kind of foolishness. I got my licks in the world. When I got tired of eating ramen, nothing against that, and getting into fights and all that kind of behavior and foolishness, I said I was tired. I got older. Started doing more, and I started requiring more of myself. I never shucked off, and I never shucked off that talking point that, you know what? Go to your mama. Whenever my kids come to me for school stuff, that's my job, because guess what? I'm also a teacher. See, you can't wait some time for that child to come find you. Sometimes you have to go there. Did y'all know you can go down to your magistrate's office or your probate or the courthouse? They have a sign-up sheet for you to volunteer to go be a coach, to go be some type of authoritative figure in your community. Don't wait on no woman to come find you. You can go out there and go seek and find them. Same way how some of y'all know how to go find some late lady of the night tale. Y'all can go find their children. We know where they go during the day. Y'all want to go be a substitute teacher? Go be a goddamn substitute teacher. Go be in these people's lives. But see, you can't get mad if you ain't participating at the results, because somebody's going to be that teacher. Now, somebody would have been that man, that 54-year-old man's teacher, just the same way as y'all can listen to that man in that suit saying that he's teaching the women and all these other people in these spaces that y'all got this love for. And guess what? Y'all can go out there and go be your own goddamn teacher. You're going to find your own damn disciple. But if the woman says, I don't need you, you're taking it as a sneak diss to saying that she's saying, fuck you. What she's saying is that with you or without you, I'm going to get it done. The same way as you as a man, Mike and Brother Speak, you will say, whether I have this or not, whether I have the brothers with me or not, I'm still going to get my job done. Thing different about it is, see, but I mean, you're told that, hey, go start a family. It is naturally, it was always in the mindset of a man to want to have a family. I love. It's a naturally in my gene. Mike, I love that picture I saw with you with your children. I don't see enough of that imagery. I don't give a fuck about seeing y'all with y'all cars. I don't give a fuck about seeing y'all with these goddamn little prostitutes in the countries and shit. I don't give a fuck y'all showing me money and stuff and chains and y'all boys sitting at a bar throwing up signs. Shit. I don't give a fuck about that stuff. But what I do love seeing is a man with his family. I do love seeing is a man surrounded and loving up on his people. I don't know what devil is telling y'all that these women are out here to kill y'all and destroy y'all. I don't know who's telling y'all that. Show me, y'all might have to show me the video where there's a mosh pit of women running up on a bunch of men and beating them up. I would love to see that. I need to see those Amazonian women. There are a lot of productive men, but see, the thing about the productive men, they're too busy working to be sitting around being idle. They don't sit around long. They do what they got to do in that area and they move on. I can never catch my granddaddy in one spot. That man was always moving. My dad is the same way, and so am I. If y'all watching my videos, y'all like, damn, BMT, when do you sleep? And I'm about to leave right now. Y'all gotta understand.
I'm about to leave right now too.
Exactly.
I'm driving right now. I'm trying to stop this.
Y'all know, listen. I'm already ready, Mike. I'm already ready. I'm already ready. I'm about to go, baby.
Yep.
We about to hit the
I'm
road.
outside.
I'm about to hit the road. See, I told y'all. I'm about to hit the road. I gotta stop by, give my children some money. Then I gotta get on the road, get to my next location, pick up some more stuff. Goddamn girl, she need her hair done. I got 5 stops I gotta do before I get to my destination. I probably won't get back home until 3:00 in the morning. It's that. I might have there might be a plate in the microwave if there is a goddamn plate. If the kids don't eat the damn thing. Sometimes the little girls in them, they eat my food and go to bed. And I gotta
you see, the thing is, the way it just that right there, what you just said, the concerns of a man with a family is totally different than just like the little girls who eat my food before I get home. That kind of stuff, it's just like father stuff. It's just household type processes, but when a single man, you've been single too long. I mean, when I say single, I'm talking about not a steady woman. Nah, I'm not talking about not married. I'm just talking about single. Like, seriously, you always out there looking. It's going to breed certain type of behaviors in a man, especially as he gets older and older. I don't think it's too healthy. It's not productive sometimes when you're getting older too long. You're always looking for different women, different situations, and then you start having these kind of contempt. You start seeing these patterns in women, and then you start you probably dismiss them, or you probably I'm not catching the right word, but you probably take them for granted or something, because you see maybe you see a way to trick women, maybe was able to trick a few of them or something like that, and now you're looking at that, you're just looking at them as if they're not important, and that ends up literally ruining that dude's life, because he think he's getting over on somebody, but really he just messing his life up.
Like I said, you guys, like I said, there's a narrative out there. I know a lot of y'all think that I hate black men. There's a narrative going out there that they think I hate black men. I don't. How I'm talking to y'all, this is how men talk. This is how a man talk. I speak with authority amongst other men. Ain't no bitch in my voice. I don't always agree, but I stand firm on what I believe. I ain't gonna let no man put his hands on any of my women. I ain't gonna let his hand. You are not going to be beating on a woman in front of me and think I'm gonna say, well, that's that between that man and that woman. No, sir, not in front of me. Well, what if she tell or call the police on you? Oh, what? Guess what? Shit, they got the cameras, and I'm gonna tell you right now, the cameras gonna see. Well, shit, he shouldn't have put. Listen, y'all. This is why I say I know people stupid, because if you assault somebody in general public and somebody knocks you down, you can't charge that person, because all they're gonna say, hey, you was assaulting another person and I went to defense. That's a Samaritan. As long as I ain't beating your ass while you're on the ground, and I'm telling you right now, there are people that will randomly run up and knock you the fuck out. But also in the same sense, if this talk about y'all going to be going around and putting women in their place, you can't get mad that these women are going out there and say, okay, bet. You think you're going to make me lay on my back and spread my legs and think I ain't going to put up a fight? You don't think I ain't going to put up a fight? You think you're going to choke me out in front of my child and sit on that goddamn couch? Or think you're going to go to sleep in that bed?
It's law of survival.
Exactly. You think you're going. You think, but see, that's going to be that one time I lose my mind and I chop your ass the fuck up.
That's it. So yeah,
it is cause and effect. So other than that, you guys, I love y'all. I have nothing but utmost respect for y'all. All I want to do is see better in people. I know I don't have the easy conversations. Y'all push me to be better, to push these kind of conversations, because I love having these conversations with you guys, with all of y'all. Shout out to Speak. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Renaissance. Shout out to Darrell, brother Rob. Shout out to Lala, girl. You did an amazing job. Don't ever be afraid to jump on my panel. Shout out to
Yeah, she
Cobra.
did good.
She did an amazing job. I love when she come
Yeah.
up. Shout out to
Yeah,
shout out to
she be
Jay.
spitting. She was doing good. She doing real
Like I
good.
said, and see the thing
Yeah.
about it was we need conversations. Understand this: the men never called the women out of their name, and the women never called the men out of their name. It was rough waters, and we have a lot of things that we have to work on. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to the super chat donations. Listen, y'all push these conversations to happen. People think that we don't care about these conversations. People think that we always like to just get into the buffoonery, but we do want to have the conversations. I done sat down and talked with Mike. Mike said, "No, we gotta have the conversations, brother. BMT, we
Yep.
gotta keep having conversations." And I said, "Okay, we'll do it."
And trailer, you know, he told me I need to start having discussions on my channel, which I've been dreading having them discussions, man. I see it what you go through, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. So y'all, if anybody sees some value in my little channel, y'all can go over there and
I be
maybe
cutting,
tomorrow,
through coming by. I be cutting through coming by.
tomorrow I'll do a little discussion thing, see what y'all talking about. See, I ain't gonna have no shouting and hope. Well, y'all can shout, but
listen, man. I be trying to keep that. Shout out to all my mods. Shout out to all my mods. Shout out to all my people. I try to make sure that we can have a genuine conversation. Shout out to Doug. Doug, you one of the architect and engineers. Doug always say, BMT, just have the conversation, bro. And like I said, Doug definitely is one of the people who pushed me to do these conversations. I enjoy doing them. Nixon and a lot of brothers. Like I said, y'all, we do care. We do care. Shout out to Kay. Shout out to a lot of the brothers that came through, Mo and everyone. We do care for the conversations. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Honeybee. Like I said, y'all know me. Like I said, I enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mike, put your link into the chat to your channel so that way Honeybee and them can get it. But like I said, you guys, shout out to Auntie, Let's See, and all everyone, China, Bomb Cherry, Zio. I can't get everybody's name, Sweetie. But if I didn't get all of y'all, Solity, like I said, I love how Speaky gave his talking point. Zio, a lot of the sisters, Mama Rain, a lot of y'all. I listen. Y'all think I don't be watching? I do, and I do appreciate y'all. We do be wanting the best for y'all. You understand? And we'll keep on pushing for y'all. Like I said, so we'll see y'all guys later. Much respect. Y'all take care.
All right, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.